Hey, MTT heads, this is Mystery Titans Theater, and it is a good Friday. We are going to try to make it a great Friday. My name is Travis Voloshin. The Ken Burns of Wrestling and all that crap, that guy, Kelly T. Nelson, he's not around this time, but we've got a couple great guests joining. As always, before we get to those guests, your buddy and mine, Johnny Hedgepeth. Johnny, how are you?
I'm doing good. We saw Sweet Stan Lane there acting as the DJ for we got a little more
Coco.
stay in the
I
background.
like this.
Here.
I like this. Yeah, nice. That's a good start. And that voice you hear from the sunny California is the great Taro, Kevin Lyon. What's up, buddy?
Nothing. Just ready to see this video. I'm hoping that he clotheslines the Patriot in this clip.
Yeah. And our next guest today is also another returning favorite. It's been a while since we last saw him. Well, last time we saw him, he wasn't even a guest. He was just involved in an altercation with Todd Quality.
Oh no, that show.
Yeah. And he's looking great. But we're thrilled to have back, formerly known as Boogie Knight, now known as Terry Gardner. Terry, how are you, buddy?
Oh, it's a pleasure to be back. And there's nothing I love better than a bit of Mystery Titans. And to see that we're starting with Coco Ware, I mean, I was excited already. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, awesome.
And good job saying Coco Ware, because I don't think he's B Ware until he went.
The B wasn't added yet. Yeah. That was I think that was a McMahon, was it, or Bill Watts maybe?
One of the two. But look at that. But yeah, he had the PYT look going on even with this, you know.
It's a really nice body slam or power slam. He kind of tossed him. Hey.
Yeah. The best power slam I ever saw was at it was Mid-South. It was Coco Ware versus Rob Recksteiner, the soon-to-be Rick Steiner. And it was like an amazing power bomb reversal. It's out there. The clips are all out there. It's crazy.
And also that second rope drop kick to Gustavo Mendoza is a legendary one too. That's from the Mid-South days.
All right, so we're going back to our NWA Worldwide Crockett project as we're getting ready for Starrcade 85. Travis, we're definitely going to want to turn this up. This is promo heavy and some of the greatest promos you're ever going to want to hear.
Well, I see two masters of the mic already.
Is the Major League of Professional Wrestling. David Crockett along with Tony.
So this is beginning of November, so I think maybe there's 2 or 3 more weeks till we get to Starrcade.
A lot more, including one of the
Young Republicans meeting over here, it looks like.
I've ever seen. Billy Jack Haynes will be here, and that's why we say.
Is this the Gathering?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I can hear Frank Stallone in my head just by you say the words "the Gathering."
I know it's the best.
With the Juggalos? Gathering of the Juggalos?
Yes.
That was what it was.
Yes, absolutely.
It was
free helicopter rides.
I mean, there's probably guys on this show who wrestled on a Gathering of the Juggalos. To be
maybe. They ripped off. Yeah, they ripped off Crockett with that one because Starrcade 85, The Gathering.
Yes.
I was at Night of the Skywalkers the next year.
Live and in person, or
in Greensboro, 3rd row. Me and Joe Danzo.
Really? What?
Oh, I never told you that.
No, I didn't know that.
We got my dad to agree to drive us to Greensboro from New Jersey to spend Thanksgiving in Greensboro, and we had third row seats for Starrcade 85.
Man, We're at the look for you. Oh, look at this.
You can't see me. You can't see me at all. You can only see the front row.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, that's how it used to be in the old days before the arenas got lit up, you know.
And yes, Terry, we will be getting one of the most insane Jimmy Valiant, Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant promos on this one. I was thinking about. Oh yeah, just for you.
Unbelievable.
I already saw Sam Houston. Was that one of the guys opposing the Midnight Express?
Yes.
All right.
I think
it looked like Sam Houston. I saw a very lanky man in a cowboy hat. So I'm assuming that's him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't have to introduce.
Oh yeah, it's Sam
That
Houston
is.
and Pat Tanaka.
Whoa, Pat! Wow, what a team! What a team! Oh my gosh!
And Tommy Young. There we go.
Yep.
My favorite ref.
Express. Mr. Cornette spent his mother's money very well. He really did, David. He spent it very, very well.
You know this is good because we're actually paying attention. We're excited to actually see.
Oh yeah, well we'll see. These are like young Pat Tanaka and Michael Samuel Houston are kind of like on a different level of job guy. But watch this.
Oh, for sure.
You can't tell by this match.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Nice. But
Maybe Sam Houston. Maybe Sam Houston, but
yeah.
just wait till young Pat Tanaka gets tagged.
Oh no. I hope they. Oh my god. I hope they say he's the son of Pat Tanaka I'm sorry, Professor Toru Tanaka, former world tag team champion. I hope we get that.
When I was a kid, I thought he must have been, but they never actually
of course.
say that, right?
Because how many guys have the last name Tanaka?
Here we go.
And are in the profession of wrestling.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm 15 years old this time, falling in love with this, and I loved Pat Tanaka. He was a job guy, but I thought he was awesome because
I never knew he was.
Turns out he was.
Yeah. I never saw him till I think the first time I saw him was Super Clash 3 when I watched that at a friend's house. That was the first time I saw Pat Tanaka.
Look at that chop.
Those martial arts.
What
Of course
he's not allowed to do that.
Of course he's Asian, so he's barefoot. Of course. Come on. Jeez, let's fade all those stereotypes. He's like a New Japan Young Lion there with the black trunks too.
One of my favorite.
We're both wearing Canadians hats tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. You didn't hear me mention that. Yeah.
Yep.
Going on Vancouver here.
They had their opening day this week.
Right on. Love that stadium.
Yeah, it's rad.
One of my favorite Pat Tanaka stories I've read was, and this was like well after he almost retired, I guess, but when someone was at a bar and there was a bunch of people out making a lot of noise, and Pat Tanaka just stood up and screamed at them, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up now! I am a pro wrestler. I will kill you." You hear a lot of stories about Pat Tanaka, and he was kind of a douchebag.
Yeah, sounds like it. Like, a lot of made up claims and all this stuff. Like, oh no, it's just going to be like, it's not quite like Manny Fernandez level stuff. Exactly. Yeah. You never know.
Close.
Yeah. Well, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Johnny.
Yeah. Where's he from originally?
Who, Pat Tanaka?
Yeah. Japan? Or is he
no.
I don't
American born? Yeah. That's what I'm wondering. It's like
is this dad
Italian posing as a Native American situation?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Scarpa. See, that's his father.
He's from Honolulu.
Okay.
Right.
Because wasn't like Duke Kiyomoka his actual dad? Like, I'm gonna look it up right now because
yes, he is.
Okay, that's what I thought. And Duke was like a Hawaiian.
Oh my God! Is he? Look at this.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God! Cornette just did the slanted eyes in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
During this stretch of when the Midnights first are on TV in Crockett, and they're feuding with the Street People. They've got Cornette doing all his racist shit, and then it stops after that.
Yeah.
But yes,
I mean, Cornette doesn't ever really stop.
Well, I mean, as a as a character on television,
as an on-screen character,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because they're pretty new. How long when did they come in? Like
a few months earlier.
Yeah, because they were world class the first half of '85. That's right.
Yeah, they come in. They're on the B show with the former Georgia guys. They have a small feud with the Sawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right. Mm-hmm.
And then
that's so good.
And their first major feud is with Jimmy Valiant and the Street People.
A young Kyle Fines.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, I want to see some Miss Atlanta Lively here. Let's see it.
Oh, do you think I do this and not have some Miss Atlanta Lively on this show for you? Come on.
Ronnie Garvin is a weird dude. He loves to dress and drag. Oh God!
Ooh.
Oh,
crunchy.
Yeah.
Cornette poses.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
Hilarious.
It's crazy because Cornette's still only like 26 or something like that.
Not even.
Yeah, he's younger than that. All right. Let's look at all the scars on his forehead already.
I know.
To a pitch. It has reached a point where there has to come an end to this thing. Now,
You gotta go higher up if you're gonna gig, buddy.
Yeah, your inch or your hairline.
Up here, God, right here. He's right there, just right there.
I think it works for him. It shows that he's not just the sexiest man in wrestling. He's a bad motherfucker.
I think it looks like he's been lobotomized.
He's had a
mustache.
Well, I've done all the talking I can do now.
It was just like that Kenny sister. He was having too much sex, so Dusty had him lobotomized.
Against a worthy opponent. Well, Tully Blanchard, I'll be in the gathering too.
Well, by his voice, tone of voice, he sounds lobotomized. Tully Blanchard.
Well, there's still the story where Tully won't defend it. Tully won't defend the U.S. belt, and they want
back to the post. And I really hope we can score this as the thumbnail for it.
But this show is where they're finally going to say it's an I Quit match.
Okay. Can they avoid the street people? That's literally every tourist in Vancouver.
Hey, and here one of our new streaks has continued. Terry Taylor just made it to the territory.
Oh, I was gonna say, who's this other gentleman he's wrestling?
We can't escape the rooster.
Can't escape the cock? Now, who is this guy though that he's wrestling? He looks familiar, but I can't place it.
He's one of the Mark Eaton.
I don't know. He's a pretty big dude though.
One of he was one of the job guys.
Yeah,
there.
Okay.
I used to remember all their names.
But Taylor's run here wasn't that long, right? He wasn't. I don't remember him even being here.
He shows up right before Starrcade, starts feuding with JJ and Buddy Landell, and then I think he's gone pretty soon after that.
And he goes right back to
it's not Manny Fernandez, Moose. Although he does look even more like Dave from Dave's Killer Bread.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
For Terry Taylor, and I don't care if it's right here at the arena in St. Louis or where it is. I tell you what, Mr. Dillon.
Is this Jim Jeffers? It might be Jim Jeffers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
At the arena, November 29th.
You're about to get a case of the Jeffers. It's incurable.
Well, it would certainly be a great addition to that.
Because it was the gathering. He shows up. Billy Jack Haynes shows up.
Yep.
He's certainly a worthy challenger. I think the fans deserve the match, and I know I want.
Oh, and I hear JJ on commentary right there.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're gonna get some Billy Jack Haynes on this one, of course.
Of course.
Push hard for Friday, November 29th at the arena in St. Louis. I want to see.
And
Kevin, I'm having the Strange Fellows West Coast Pale Ale.
Nice.
The Talisman.
I went big.
Good 4%. Nice and light.
Because I went big. I have big weekend plans. This is a double that's 8-8. So.
Oh wow! Holy cow!
I only have two. Because I actually went to beer for a party at the brewery by me, and they had a new barley wine that I had, 8 ounces, 15.7%. So this thing I'm going to be in about an hour and a half. After some In-N-Out, I had some In-N-Out beforehand. Don't worry,
All right.
I'll be all right.
When are you gonna eat?
I already have my In-N-Out.
Okay, well,
see.
Thank you, Travis.
Sorry.
What? Did you have it in the bathroom of the?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. If it goes In-N-Out, that's usually when I go to Whataburgers. Why I have my In-N-Out experiences. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For me, it was
the
the men's room at the New Jersey on exit 13 of the New Jersey Turnpike.
Oh, fool you. Is that named after Howard Stern too, or is that?
No, that's not the Howard Stern one. Dude, no shit.
One long armbar here today.
Well, he's a baby face. He's a boring baby face.
No, yeah, that's up.
I was coming home down the Parkway once, and it was late at night, and I just had to go. And I'm in there, and I'm just reading all the graffiti, and there's stuff on there, just like in Dumb and Dumber. Like, for head, be here Friday night at 10, and I'm like looking at my clock on my watch, and I was like, it's 9:30. I gotta fucking.
World tag team title that the Russians hold right now. With me.
Oh, Terry Young getting involved there, John.
Oh, Tommy Young.
Tommy Young, pardon me.
Tommy Young, yes.
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of Tommy Young would do that. He'd do the whole like he's reaching for the ropes and he's like, nah, no way. And or when the heel's getting sunset flipped.
Like right now, he's even going out of the ring.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Terry? I mean, your mic's off right now, but when a ref will kick the hand of a wrestler who's reaching for the rope, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and I love it when I think every ref should be a little bit different, and as long as you like, if there's you establish like an Aubrey Edwards or somebody who is like that's the ref that's going to do that as part of their thing. Like Joe King would probably do that here locally.
Yeah.
Like, well, that makes sense. I never did it because I was just more of a count to 5 kind of guy.
Yeah.
But you know,
I don't like it because it's a legal move to grab the ropes to get out of a move, and the ref kick. You know, the ref always does it to the heel.
But but I'm saying it's a heel though. At least it's a heel. Like if the heel's being a pain in the ass, the referee.
No, the referee has to be impartial. That's bullshit.
That's true. Absolutely.
I think if
Tommy Young was not impartial.
Something on the ref, if the ref if he starts poking the ref in the chest or whatever, then later he does that. It's but like set it up or.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But I agree. They should have the ref should do it to baby faces sometimes just for fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was a great look right there from Terry Taylor.
Terry Taylor's a great wrestler. He's just never been very charismatic.
Or just nothing next level about him.
Only like he was pretty cool when he turned heel on Chris Adams though, John.
That was good. You're right. That was good.
I was like, damn, he actually could be a pretty damn good heel. And then he left and went to WWF and just
then he was the tailor-made man.
Yeah, but it was too late. He was he just I don't know what happened.
You're right. The UWF heel turn was great because I saw it coming, but I assumed Chris Adams would be the heel because he used to be one.
Yeah, right.
And they did the other way.
Chris was a great heel in 84, 85.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they did it the other way, and I was like, Terry Taylor's a heel, and he knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely.
Carpet samples, carpet samples, carpet samples.
At all, look, tickets now at all famous bar stores.
Okay.
It's just Roseanne.
Roseanne,
come on
in. Shane.
Oh God.
We got tickets now. That's her.
I wish it was Portland. We could say like Jesse Bar or Sandy
Try
Bar.
to have the prices lower, but who keeps them high.
Express and Billy Jack Haynes and a return match for the world heavyweight title. Nature Boy Ric Flair against the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Let's bring in.
They're already promoting the follow-up show.
The day after.
The
day after.
Yep.
Wow. And then Flair Dusty.
Yeah, he just said there'll be a rematch from the main event of Starrcade.
All right, hold on. We gotta get this.
Who are you, Randy McNally, telling me what's
Randy McNally? That's hilarious.
Jimmy Valiant, superstar.
My dad would like that joke.
St. Louis know what we can do, but we're going to teach you, the street people. You ain't
The street people. That is so funny.
With your hands out, begging for spare chains.
There's no way they think that gimmick is going anywhere.
What do you mean, the street people?
The street people. No, I mean,
it's not.
If you're in that team, if you're on that team, do you think, hey man, maybe someday the street people are going to the top of the cup?
No. It was not meant to be that. That was meant to be just for a feud with the rich boy. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was his coalition of.
Is it like Fagin and is like an Oliver Twist situation?
No, well, we've been watching it for the last 6 months, but it's Jimmy Valiant, who's a street brother.
Yes.
And his hooker wife, and
put a legend in there, please.
Yeah, and well, no, I mean as a character on this show, Big Mama is a prostitute. Okay. And Rocky King briefly until the Midnights send him packing. Superstar, a newly turned superstar Billy Graham, who's a spaced out ex-acid casualty living on the streets, and Ronnie Garvin, who in his spare time is a transvestite hooker.
The street people.
They're all street people.
Yes, absolutely.
I remember.
Yes, sir.
Big strong American with the full notice.
The big strong American.
Watch Nikita's pantomimes here. It does. Watch it. It's so funny.
Oh no. Oh, I was gonna say, let's get some commercials. Rats.
Moose saying famous bar was the division of Macy's. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Usually I'm doing the research, but I'm actually on the show today, so I don't do as much research.
Okay, you want to listen to this. This is great.
Gotta do something with that blue screen.
The thing that happened to Baby Doll last week was totally embarrassing. I had to come down and beat Magnum half to death. Well, I tell you what, Jim Crockett.
After he sexually assaulted my girlfriend.
A slap in the National Wrestling Alliance face and a slap to the United States Heavyweight Championship. For you, I signed a contract in good faith for Starrcade, the greatest promotion in the history of all professional wrestling. On Thanksgiving night, in good faith, I signed that contract, and you put an I Quit match on it. Well, Jim Crockett, I'm not going to put up with it. You win against Bob Geigel, the president of the NWA. You win against me. You win against my lawyers. You win against everything that stands for decency. Well, Jim
Baby Doll gets the hat tonight.
What kind of person you really are. What happened to Baby Doll? She cried for 3 days. Magnum TA tried to expose her on
That's
television.
right. And she like that he violated her.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's about this. The United States Heavyweight
I thought she liked it.
It has
That's
according to David. Well, no, she liked the kiss. She didn't like him ripping her shirt off.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yes, sir. That's fair.
Unmentionable on anything. You want a nasty match? Put the barbed wire up. Put the bunkhouse rules up. Anything, but no I Quit matches. Jim Crockett promotion. I don't know.
That's such a great angle.
A lot of respect for you. Maybe the whole
No I
thing.
Quit match.
A lot of respect for you. What did Magnum pay you? Did Dusty Rhodes pay you? What happened? Did you stoop to taking payoffs?
This is awesome.
Overrule the National Wrestling Alliance and put me and Starrcade in an I Quit match with Magnum TA?
Man, I hate it totally so much.
Unheard of. And I tell you what, Jim Crockett, there are 4 weeks until Starrcade.
But he's kind of got a point about all of this.
Yes,
Yeah, I know. So it makes
That's
it
just
so
great when the heel actually had. That's the thing you say. The heel needs to be justified. Yes, in his view.
I'm not going to stand for an I Quit match on Thanksgiving night.
I love it. He's like, I'll do anything, barbed wire, anything, but not I Quit, because that means because deep down, Tully knows that he might be a
Here we
quitter.
go. It's over.
Here we go.
Oh, what?
Is that Ron Rossi? Because he stinks.
My God, look at that. He does.
I foresee a Ron Rossi belly
Matt
to
sorry
belly.
went way too long. There you go.
Here we go. Kablamo. Okay, couldn't get up much.
God,
No,
he
that's
take
not-
that well.
That's not Ron Rossi. This guy's even worse.
Pretty
He's
pasty.
an Iron
guy
Man
was
match
wrong.
for Magnum.
An Iron Man, yeah.
That was Ron Rotten. He could barely even take anything. Ugh.
Like Crockett had the best lineup of enhancement guys compared to WWF at the time. But every now and then you'd get a guy like this. But of all the regulars, they were all these great guys and Ron Rossi. Ron Rossi sucked.
Still a
He's loaded and ready.
world class count.
He's loaded and
Tommy
ready.
Young there.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Watch this. Watch Terry Taylor realize that Billy Jack Haynes is an idiot.
And I am the national heavyweight champion, which means in this great nation.
He's really young here, eh?
Yeah, he is.
Relatively, yeah, pretty much.
And Buddy Landell has made it his business to jump on my back. Well, J.J. Dillon had Black Bart in his.
And he comes in and he's the national champion out of nowhere.
Around J.J. Dillon. Well, Landell, don't get to know me from this side.
He was already in Mid-South, too.
Uh-huh.
Before
I'm
this.
looking forward to defending this because I am going to be a fighting champion. I'm not hiding from anybody. So Landell, get to know
This is at a
side.
point where Crockett had like
I don't want everybody to
almost as many belts as Tony Khan.
Gosh, yeah. I still think they had more than Tony Khan.
Welcome you here to Jim Crockett Promotions.
Thank you very much, Terry.
Watch this. Listen to this.
Billy Jack.
Busy.
Before we get into it, national tag team title. The
I want that jacket.
I
God,
know.
that jacket is fucking awesome.
Say one thing right now. Outside the ring, I'm no better than anybody else. Inside the ring, I take care of business.
No kidding.
Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, my very true friend. I'm down here in the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. You can read it right here on my jacket.
Can I?
Professional
Can
wrestling.
you? Can you?
It doesn't say national.
No, I can't read it, but I'm sure you can.
Ole Anderson.
It doesn't say National Wrestling Alliance, sir.
Gathering here pretty soon, and somebody's going to be hurt. Dusty Rhodes, everybody says he's not going to return. I say, you know what? I know Dusty. I know
They already announced that Dusty has returned, by the way.
Of course.
six-man title. That's a chance for you too.
You better believe it.
The NWA, hey, is the best competition in the world, and that's why I'm here. Dusty Rhodes will be back, and Billy Jack Haynes will be
No,
here.
you're there because you turned down Vince and then left full class.
No, he's about to go to Vince.
No, he already went to Vince. He already went to Vince the first time.
The first time, yes, but
that's
right
what I meant,
here,
sorry.
Bill, like here's the funny thing: I don't remember Billy Jack being there. He was not. He was gone after Starrcade.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he walked out over his. He walked out over his check.
Billy Jack is some
He walked out over what he got paid at Starrcade. I'm sorry, I was thinking, because that first Billy Jack.
Oh, the first time where they hyped him up on TV and he never.
Yeah, and he was on like
up,
a few times. He was on that cover of that magazine on the box.
Yep.
On the
Victory magazine.
No, I think was it still Victory. Was that magazine by then? But he's on the snow with like Hogan and Wendy Richter. I'm like, he's already gone by the time that came out. It was crazy. Oh God! Speaking of
crazy and Billy Jack, crazy and Billy Jack tend to go together.
Snug AF, yep.
My God, he's talking about bad jobbers. Holy cow!
Oh, you know why? They might not have their.
Looks like his stunt double. He's fighting his stunt double.
Right. I think they might not. They might not have their whole collection of normal, really good job guys because this is in Kansas City.
Oh,
I don't know if they. I don't know if they. I don't know if they've brought out all the guys who live in North Carolina.
Mike Jackson is going to bring his crew up. Yeah. God, this guy is awful.
George
run
South.
the ropes. He can barely run the ropes.
Jesus,
God.
Brought him down.
Well, now I know why the crowd isn't as hot either. The crowd's pretty mellow.
Oh.
Because those North Carolina crowds are
all knees.
Yeah.
Billy Jack.
I've never seen Billy Jack in these colors either. Usually he has like the Oregon like colors, you know.
The green and yellows.
Yeah.
Our friend Beer and Baseball in the chat.
Hey, Disco Machine. I
Jack.
send the link. See when it come out.
Billy Jack is the superstar that never connected. Should have been a bigger star.
Because he connected with his wife. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Oh, he had connections too. Let's say that.
Well, according to me, I have all the connections. I was in on Whitewater and Gino Hernandez's death because I was running all the cocaine up in the.
That was really unique suplex there.
It was almost like it almost was a jackhammer.
Yeah.
I'm the one that knows that Vince McMahon actually killed Benoit's family.
All right.
That's right.
He said that one because Daniel. Here's Daniel was Vince McMahon's illegitimate bastard son.
Oh God, that's right, that one. Are we sure Billy Jack didn't do those murders? I mean,
before he dies in prison, he'll probably say he did.
Yeah, same as we say, right? Yeah, no.
When I was a kid, I was infatuated with Billy Jack because I never saw him wrestle. He was on all the magazines, and I thought he looked.
Oh my God, yes,
cool as fuck. And I was a mark for Billy Jack.
Oh,
it was my father's favorite movie.
Of course.
Oh, now turn this up. This is for you, Terry.
Yes.
Okay.
My main man, the boogeyman, is my soul brother. You see, we do it all together. We get up and we eat together.
We love you, Moose.
And we go to school together. We go to church together. And we even go to jail. When I go to jail, he goes to jail too.
What? It stops and looks at him.
Take him to the gym. At 3 o'clock in the morning, we on the street corner looking for a party. Ain't that right, baby? Sure got that right. Last night we went to sleep in Detroit City. But we woke up in Chicago. South Chicago, baby. Me and Superstar Willie last night.
Willie.
I
like it.
And 2 street ladies wanted to take us home. But we went outside, baby, and outside, all they was a 3-wheeler. So we took one lady, put on the fender, another lady put on the fender. I put Superstar in the saddle, and I got on the handlebars backwards, and we took that sucker home. Yeah.
All right.
That's all euphemisms for the group sex they had.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Makes us
here we go.
pick.
Oh my God.
For you, Taro.
Oh yeah, there she is. That lovely.
Watch this.
Whoa.
Mark,
Oh my God.
Miss Atlanta Lively.
That's a sweet lady. Hey, superstar, I'm in love, baby. When she kissed me, my knees went to water, Jack. I mean, I started rocking, I started rolling, and you know what? I've been dreaming.
He needs to be held back.
I wake up middle of the night. I wake up in the afternoon. I got a cold sweat on me, baby. Me and my sweet lady.
God. Oh my God.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
So he doesn't know that that's Ronnie Garvin. He's got
Yeah.
he's
He thinks-
fucking he's
It's a lady.
It's a some
He
like
said-
it hot situation.
He's Joey Brown at the end of Some Like It Hot. He's
Oh, come on.
no, he's saying
Or what was
you're
it?
out there. He's saying
Nobody's
"You're-
perfect.
everyone out there in TV
Yeah.
land, if you know who this woman is, please send the number to this television station.
Gonna
Well, I mean, he's
put her
kissed
on milk
men.
cartons.
We'll be back when we're
He's kissed many of men on TV too. To be fair, you know.
He's always, I mean, he's made out with Tony Schiavone in just about every
Yeah.
hell
like,
yeah.
Whatever.
Newcomer.
Oh.
I've never seen that 2 words like that
Newcomer.
outside of a Hustler magazine.
At this
Mouse
point,
some mouse.
Mouth
House of
daddy.
mouse, daddy.
Yeah.
Woo!
at this point, Jimmy Valiant was still my favorite wrestler. But like I mentioned, I hated his new updated striped tight ensembles.
I hated Jimmy Valiant so much as a kid. Just, I
Oh,
thought he was the worst. The worst
Ooh.
growing up. I'm saying growing up as a kid because that Paul Jones feud would never fucking end.
That's why I loved it.
And I didn't have cable, so all I had was like the magazines and TV show. I'm like, oh my God, it will never end. Now I'm like, give me Boogie Woogie all day long. And
I loved it. I was 15 and I was going, this feud never ends. And I love it. It changes and changes and changes. And I got to be there the night it ended. I got to be there the night it ended.
Nice. But it's still going, isn't it?
Oh,
It went till Paul Jones died.
There was a final match
I know.
at Starrcade 86. But that was one of the matches in Greensboro because half the matches were in Atlanta.
Right.
And so I got to be third row ringside. Manny Fernandez was hanging above me and Danzo off to the right in a shark cage. And because Wahoo chopped him into the cage. And him and Jimmy Valiant and Paul Jones had their final haircut match. Jimmy Valiant wins and finally after 3 years shaves his head in the middle of the ring. And I got to be there for that. It was like it's one of my holy grail moments because that's what first got me into the Crockett. The day I discovered Crockett, the first thing that grabbed me was this Jimmy Valiant Paul Jones feud.
I know. It's just, for whatever reason, me being 10 just did not.
See, I was 15. I was 15, so it was right up my alley.
I just like it's funny because back then I think like nothing in NWA really grabbed me that much in 85, 86. Because it's like I really hated Tully. So maybe it would have been Dusty, but the Tully Dusty thing was so played out by the end of 86. I was kind of
that was true. That I got tired of because
I was done.
They went back to that a lot.
They really did a lot. Because my experience was just been I didn't have cable, so I would just have worldwide. I would see occasionally.
Yeah.
Never.
these are some extra pasty jobbers today.
Like I said, the best jobbers that Kansas City has to offer.
Is Sam Houston apparently?
Well, Sam Houston is part of the roster, so is Tanaka,
he wasn't
right?
in Central States yet. He was in Central States about a year later, but
yeah, because Crockett had the brilliant idea of let's buy Central States when they could have just let it go out of business and take over the territory.
I mean, same thing with UWF, in Mid-South, Mid-South.
Yeah, no, well, that one, Bill Watts, he pulled some hocus pocus on Jim Crockett.
Absolutely. Like these guys, this guy here, his trunks don't even fit. His trunks are
I know, look at him. The black is sticking out of the top.
Feel bad for him.
Like, oh, it's so good.
At least he got the stars on his ass because that.
Yeah, but look they don't even go all the way across. Look how shitty those stars are.
Maybe the
5 stars, Dave Meltzer says.
Maybe the Andersons are yanking it down every move.
He's a 5-star wrestler. And where's the minus? We need to put the minus part of this guy's stars.
I think they're boxer briefs, actually.
This guy, this guy's got like 6 kids and they're all there.
Yep.
Ashamed of their father.
Cheering on the Andersons.
Yep.
Everybody's got stars.
That could be the next A24 movie. The story of this guy
cheering on the Andersons. That's what it's called. Like meeting the Fablemans or whatever the fuck.
There you go.
I liked that movie. I thought it was pretty good.
A fun movie you appreciate, Johnny. I don't know if Travis knows. I saw a movie called Luckiest Man in America last week.
I heard that was good.
It's fun. It stars
Oh,
Paul Walter
that's
Hauser.
okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, press your luck. Yeah,
the
Yeah,
press your luck thing.
I'm
Yeah,
a big.
I
I'm a
love
big.
Press Your Luck.
Me
Love that
too.
show.
And I love Paul Walter Hauser. Man.
You know what?
And I saw the game show documentary about it. Game show.
the
Network did a
documentary was
about it.
outstanding.
It's so weird. It's really weird. The movie it gets a little out there, but it's fun. It's a fun movie.
Okay. I hated Press Your Luck as a game show. I hated it. I was like, I hated.
You're not a whammy guy?
No, I thought it was stupid and loud and annoying. I'm a little older than you guys, so as a little kid,
I would have been 9. I would have been 9 when that show
man.
started.
I was almost
It
a
was great.
teenager.
Staying home sick.
I hated it. I was
I was excited to see what animation I was going to get.
Oh no!
Were you more Price is Right then, Johnny?
I like Price is Right, but not
because that was CBS.
Insanely.
That's why I was
size of those boots.
I liked Wheel of Fortune back when you didn't win money, you won fake money to buy prizes that were way overpriced.
Yep.
I like.
Who was
there was one called Concentration.
Yes,
that I really liked.
This studio is awesome.
Is that the Alex Trebek one or the one before that?
I can't remember. What was the one where they slowly revealed pieces of?
That is Concentration.
A puzzle, but then okay.
On NBC they had classic Concentration of Alex Trebek. That was one they did during the late 80s.
I liked $10,000 Pyramid.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I loved Hollywood Squares.
Yes, of course.
Family Feud, the OG Family Feud.
Oh yeah,
those were more evening game shows though.
Yeah, and that's when you know a show was big because Family Feud was on in the morning on ABC, and then at
what was the one that had like the elevators that could go up or down?
Oh, that's a really obscure one.
Yeah, I really like that one.
That's an Alex Trebek one.
That's right.
And it was in Canada. I always saw it in syndication when I was like a teenager. I'd be sick from school and I watched this show called
track that down.
I think it's called Pitfall or something like that. And
you might be right. You might be right.
It's really weird, Johnny. Like I've been going to watch. You gotta watch it. It's like you have to answer questions and go across these platforms.
Okay, I'll tell you my two favorite. I just occurred to me.
Yes.
Match Game.
Yes.
I thought Match Game was the funniest game show, and I really liked it.
And you go on YouTube, there's the whole catalog of.
I've watched a lot of Match Game on YouTube, my friend.
And if you have like one of those we get one at like Game TV for free in Canada. It's like a game.
Oh, we had it on cable, and I used to love on Sunday nights. They showed 1950s black and white ones, and I'd watch them before I went to bed. But one of my favorites also. The host just passed away, Wink Martindale. I liked Tic Tac.
Yeah.
I liked Tic Tac Toe.
Cheers to Wink Martindale.
Tic Tac Doe.
Yeah.
Tic Tac Doe. Yes. I was scared of the dragons as a kid. I was scared of the Joker.
I thought the whammies were annoying and for dummies, but the dragon was scary.
Yeah, the dragon was kind of scary.
That Atari
Joker's wild.
The Atari 2600 dragon.
Yeah, exactly. It was good. Mad respect for Mr. Wink Martindale.
That's right.
But one thing I appreciate is
I love the Newlywed Game when I see that.
So Walter Goggins, who played what promote did he play?
Everything. I love Walter Goggins. Yes. He's literally in everything.
So he was in Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
Was he Jack Pfeffer or was he?
I
was Jack Pfeffer.
He was Jack
Pfeffer. So in the movie Lucky Man America, he plays Peter Tamarkin, the host of Press Your Luck. So I definitely geeked out for that. That was a fun election moment there.
Okay, here's the as an actor with
Terry, that we're just talking all about game shows. Well, sorry, guys.
That was 15 minutes with Dusty Rhodes' doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about his cast. Okay.
Dr. Joe something.
Ostronic. Dr. Ostronic.
Thank you. I remember hearing that name a lot.
Did we miss some key plot points there? Talking over the.
He has something in his boot to help his foot recover.
Right. Yeah, he's got a metal brace in there to protect it. So of course the horsemen are gonna be like, he's wearing a weapon on his foot, and we're gonna hear about that later.
Wow. I have a question for in the chat, Johnny. Yeah. Does $1.98 Beauty Show count as a show? I'm assuming a game show. Have you seen that show? Are you?
I remember that. I remember the $1.98.
Oh wait.
Okay, hold on. What? Look at that shirt. He's been to the mall.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
we gonna that's the arena, not the Checkerdome, the arena.
That's what I said. We're going to take a checkered cab through the arena, brother. We're going to have
I
it ain't going to take
want
us.
Jimmy Valiant's shirt. Look at that. That's fantastic.
Free People USA.
You
Yep.
my brother, I'm your
That's a
sister, you my cousin,
party we can
you
all
my
get
mother,
behind.
I'm your father, you my next door neighbor's uncle.
Hey, look at his hats. He always cuts the back out of his hats because of his hair.
Oh my God.
The arena.
Yeah.
To be at the Checkerdome.
That's
Let's
why,
get
because of his
ready.
hair. How do you not love? Okay, how do you not love that, man?
I'm sorry. I was just an ignorant kid.
And also, how do you not love this?
Yes, yes.
Look at this.
Every
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
he's like extra coiffed right now.
I'm talking
Extra
dude,
blonde too.
the thermal undershirt with the buttons buttoned just a little down and the jeans.
Yeah.
That is a sexy man.
The ladies want him, and the men want to be him.
Hey,
Hey, who's that?
Terry, who's popping their head in to say hello there?
Little Dory
Say
here.
hello.
Dory?
Yeah, run in. Take the run in. Let's get the run in.
Hey, Dory, how are you, kiddo?
Hey.
Good
Say
to
hi.
see you. Aw,
Hi.
good to see you, pal.
You like the Rock and Roll Express?
Who doesn't?
You like
You like
wrestling?
Billy Jerk?
Bad
The guy in
haircut.
the guy in the
Agreed.
middle is cuckoo.
Okay. Throw you off screen.
Okay. Oh, listen to this. Turn this up a bit. This is fantastic.
All right.
Legal. Does that mean I can take a crowbar down to the ring just because my doctor says I got a sore arm or a sore hand? Well, how come Dusty Rhodes
Nice.
can? You're the
Okay.
one that's always saying,
There you go.
Anderson's, you cheat. Anderson's, you double up. But I don't hear
Wow.
you saying anything about
Two
Dusty
straps
Rhodes. What do
on-
you call that
Yeah,
when
but he
gets
stole the
steel
TV
toe
belt.
boot? Now, let
Oh,
me tell
okay.
you something, David. Anybody knows that that can be used as a weapon.
But he's been defending it.
Why does he have it?
Because he's got weak legs. How do I know why he's got it?
And this guy here and Ric Flair busted his ankle. Isn't that right?
Oh,
We couldn't care less. We bust his leg or bust his neck. I still don't see how that gives him any right to wear a
Pretty
steel-toed
awesome.
boot. I'm gonna tell you this.
he's
Rhodes,
scary, man.
You're the
He is.
Bully's the
guy I
scariest
know.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
You think that because that doctor's out there says that you can come back, that makes everything all right. Well, it don't make it all right in our book. And when you come back, steel-toed boot, sledgehammer, crowbar, driving an armored truck, you better watch out, because all it takes is one key to open up the door, open up the secret to you, and the secret's going to be opened up when we get you in that ring again. When you come back, you're going to be looking at the Edisons, you're going to be looking at Flair, you're going to be looking at
Yeah.
family. And ain't nothing going to save you, because next time
Really
we're
good.
not
You're right,
leg.
Johnny. A lot of great promos tonight.
I am losing
Yeah.
my mind over this. November the 3rd. Are you kidding? It's a medical, physical impossibility with anybody with a broke leg to come back and function in a full capacity that soon. Now, if I break my arm, can only wrap a ball peen hammer
Sit
in
there
it
and get
and
more examples of like straw man arguments.
A ball fiend hammer.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bob Morton is wearing a cast on his arm for,
You're
6
the
months
king of the
already.
straw man only.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
here
yeah.
we go. Yeah.
Let's see how Manny Fernandez handles one of these local jobbers.
Oh,
You're
God.
fired as shit.
Someone needs to beat these guys up. Just beat them up. I hate to advocate violence, but I think we need it here.
Oh,
This
yeah,
guy
but
actually
this
looks
is
like he
us.
knows what he's doing, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
One of the better looking.
Well, he ran the
bodies,
ropes really.
for
Oh,
sure.
so he's
Well, then I
on
gotta
there.
see,
Like,
is
he
this
looks like
what,
he'd be a winner.
or is this one of their local crew? Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? We already had Pat Tanaka and
Yeah.
Sam Houston as our.
And even the guy Terry Taylor
ringers.
wrestled is
Whoa.
one of their local jobbers.
Whoa,
Always
whoa, whoa.
something.
Oh.
Always something
guy does
new and
not know what's going
creative.
on.
Fantastic. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Let's
Yeah.
get the. Can we get the?
And that's
next
just the
insert for?
stories. That's just the story.
Yes.
That he enjoys, that he takes pride in, is that match where he protects that sombrero
Fascinating.
that was handed down through
I love the Hardys told stories about, because he was kind of an asshole. The Hardys would tell stories about
Kind of.
when they were promoting Omega. He'd show up and say, "I'm booked."
Right.
I only met him once at a show, and he was kind of a dick.
Moose,
He
you're
was definitely
right.
a dick backstage at the show. I
Moose
was.
said that Arn Anderson kind of looks like Haley Joel Osment in this. He really did.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Modern day Haley Joel Osment.
He's wearing the
Oh
belt.
my God, we gotta cast that movie.
He's wearing the belt. He's wearing the belt backwards, and he calls David Crockett something anti-Semitic.
Oh.
That is so funny.
Dude, everyone was on his side when the story first broke, and then the footage came out of him yelling something anti-Semitic while all
Wait,
fucked up. You're like,
Arn? This is Arn Anderson?
No, this was Haley Joel Osment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. When did that happen?
I didn't know this happened. Oh my God.
What, Haley Joel Osment getting pulled off a ski lift? He was all fucked up and his helmet was on backwards?
How long ago was that?
About 2 days ago?
Really?
This just happened. Oh wow. Who knew we were gonna have relevant stories here? Flying burrito, by the way.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I call that flying
he's the baby face and he just gave the crowd the finger.
Slowly getting up.
Okay, go real quick. Going back to
We'll get it.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Hey, look at that. Look at that pep in his step.
There it is. Look at that.
Bam. Amazing.
Boom.
Yeah,
Another day at the office.
I mean, I call it the 5-arm or what I mean,
I call it like God intended, the flying burrito. That's what David Crockett called it, and that's what it always be.
Oh no, we have
Paul Jones. Okay, now,
what's he gonna call him?
Okay,
what's his
turn
name?
this up a little bit because Paul Jones, while not a great promo, what he's got going for him is when he goes absolutely epileptic.
Disco says Congo.
And Billy Graham had
Yeah,
to
he's
show
just
up
the Barbarian. They never call him Congo.
The Ball Baron.
The Barbarian.
physically beating on me, and then knowing the shrewd man he is, knowing that he had a $5,000 challenge coming up with the Barbarian, and he knew that he couldn't beat arm wrestling.
The Barbarian.
Here. And he hit the Barbarian across the arm.
Once you hear it,
That's really funny. It's the Barbarian. He's the Baron of
Well
bars.
done.
Nothing but a coward, a godless wonder, and you people have a right to know.
He looks like Pete Rose tonight.
Got the same Lego hair.
Yeah, totally like.
I want you to come out. If I want to,
He's got to get pile drived by
all I've got to
Kane.
do, Billy,
And bet on the Reds.
turn my back, and he suddenly appears. But when I'm facing
he suddenly appears.
see that gutless wonder.
And break Buck Martinez is like.
Billy, you got the people behind you. And you got everybody behind you, but one thing you don't have. This is Superstar Billy Graham talking to you.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh yeah. And he's saying that he still owns his contract.
Oh, okay.
Look how cool he looks here.
People, and Superstar Billy Graham is here to tell you to your face, you're nothing but a low-life weasel, and bring that Barbarian with you.
Ooh, we got the crowd fired up finally.
Yeah.
How often were they calling Paul Jones a weasel? I'm starting to see it more.
Always.
Yeah,
Always.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, when I first heard it in my 15-year-old mind,
Mr. Rose, no.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it. He's gonna get a tombstone.
And he's gonna,
Pete Rose
That's
is
not
hammered.
the Phoenix Suns, Gorilla.
Pete Rose is hammered.
Uh-oh.
It is. That's right. Yeah, just about.
The
Oh, that
backbreaker.
is finished. Is the backbreaker back then. Yep. Oh, he steals Mark Lawrence.
The cast on that right hand.
He's got a cast.
Oh no. Is there a ball
He's got
peen
a
hammer
ball-peen
in there?
hammer inside there. Yeah.
No, it's a bopping hammer.
Yeah,
Ah, very good.
There we go. Need something to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Look out, the ball peen. Man. Damn it.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, and you know, and well, because it's Crockett, we're gonna get some color on this Saturday
course,
night.
of course.
For
Oh,
children and
damn.
teenagers. Oh, and a lot of it too.
That's good. That's a good juice there, brother.
They're having an arm wrestling contest at Starrcade.
So let's set it up with me splitting your
Boom.
freaking head open.
Start to pound away on Superstar. Jimmy Van
There we go.
There we go.
Oh.
My brother.
in there, but
My fellow street baby. Oh my God.
We gotta find the ladies in Kansas City later.
My Eskimo brother.
You saw what
Who's
happened.
gonna sit on a table with me later?
You know what's funny?
I get that now. It took me a couple shows.
That's become attributed to Jimmy Valiant, but it wasn't Jimmy Valiant. Oh, look at this. He's got his blood on his cast.
Oh yeah, nice.
Pay the price. That goes for you, superstar.
He forgot his lines there.
He's like,
Lines.
We won't see superstar knocking on our door.
Look at he's licking it. Oh, we can't show that. Okay, we can't show a man lick this blood, so watch this sexual assault instead.
exactly.
Right now, we should break out.
I'm gonna fuck you, and you're gonna like it.
Paul Jones, build that army.
How fuck now? How fuck they?
Who's Virgil Reynolds?
Look, hold on. See,
It's so weird how Crockett's in there too, getting a good view.
Oh, he's fucking. He's hard as a. He is all bricked up,
Setting up his. Setting
God,
up his
David.
cuck. Setting up the cuck chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
David Fox, that
the
fucking
cuck
cock. Oh my God. There's Doug Dillinger. I saw his name there.
Okay.
Here's
Now,
where you cross the line, Magnus.
Here's where you cross the line, pal.
Yep.
Look at David Crockett. Even he realizes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Tully. Beat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. God damn, sexual assault.
Which then leads, because when we get to it, what we're going to do on Patreon is watch the I Quit match on Patreon because we can.
Oh,
All
back
right.
to info.
Yep.
Right.
This popped up in my feed the other day, and it's insane.
Oh.
Not the match per se, but something that happens during the match.
So isn't one of these guys Jody Hamilton?
No.
Or is that okay? Because
No.
there was the Flame in Continental who was Jody Hamilton. So obviously another Nightmares. There's Danny Davis and Ken Wayne.
Yeah.
Who was the Fire and Flame?
You know, I
this is
looked him up.
Memphis.
I looked him up the other day, and I thought to write it down, and I'm not. But nobody you've heard of, but they were around for a while.
I mean, I probably heard of him, but this is
Disco knows what it is. He says it's brutal. So.
Oh, he's seen this. Oh no.
One team's called Fire and Flame, but the other team still was like, well, we got to wear our red gear.
Yeah.
We're not going to walk away from our McDonald's sponsorship.
Yeah.
They were okay.
Like a Cosmic Hogan is like a
And
weird...
they are like assassin style masks too.
Yeah. Okay. Here's who. One of the guys I have heard of.
Okay.
Don Bass.
Yeah,
was
I've
part
heard
of the
Don
Bass brothers. But and Roger Smith.
I've heard the name, but I don't know what else. Was Roger Smith Dirty Roads? I gotta look that up.
No.
I gotta look that up.
Oh no, you know what? You're right. It was Dirty Roads, I believe.
I thought so.
Maybe.
Oh no, because Dirty Roads was appearing, being a Dusty impersonator.
I loved Dirty Roads.
Dirty Roads is hilarious.
Well, actually, I preferred him as the Dream
Who's
Machine.
the manager down there?
That's JD. That's JD. Okay, that's JD Costello.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, one of the worst of the many attempts to replace Jimmy Hart was JD Costello.
Worse than my longtime close personal friend Tux Newman.
Tux Newman was 10 times better than
California.
JD Costello was.
Legend.
I met Tux Newman once, so he's my longtime close personal friend.
oh wow, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
He wrote a book, and I bought the book and met him. And the guy next to him who was helping him out, say, "Oh, this guy's a worker." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he lightened up with me because I was just a fan. I'm like, "All right, cool, thanks."
Cool. Okay, that's similar to. Oh, hold on. I just quickly tell this because it's similar to the last time I talked to Cornette in person, because like a handful of times I talked to Cornette at Ring of Honor shows that he was working. Right,
that's awesome.
Okay, once posted for pictures, mentioned that I was born in Louisville, chit chatted. Oh, a word here and there, right? So my last Ring of Honor show I'm going to before I moved to Colorado, he's the Cage of Death match with the CZ, the WR, the last one.
Is that Dragon?
No, that was the first one. That's the kickoff of the one. This was the Cage. Dragon wasn't at that one. So he's sitting over with JJ just chit chatting.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
JJ was part of the show, and
Right.
and I come over and I'm like, "Excuse me, Jim." And at first, JJ immediately looks at Jim like, "Who the fuck is this Mark
Yeah.
motherfucker?"
Oh
And
no.
Jim right in front of me. Jim looks over. He's like, "Oh no, he's okay."
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
JJ just relaxed, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What's up?" And I mentioned that I go, "Hey, this is gonna be my last Ring of Honor show," and he immediately stands up like, "No, why? What can we do?" I'm like, "No, I'm moving to Colorado." He's like, "Oh, why are you doing that? Like, still, like, why would you want to do that?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "Getting divorced," and he's like, "Oh," I can't remember what he said, but it
Shut
was
him up
something
quick, I'm
very
sure.
funny. Like, "Oh,
He
yep,
moved.
that's as good a reason as any." And
Divorce has
shook
moved
hands, and that
him.
was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But anyway, I'll always remember JJ looking at me like he was about to be like, "Get the fuck out of here, you
Yeah.
fan."
Much like about every single wrestler this weekend in Las Vegas. You know. I already had a friend tell me he saw a honky tonk man playing blackjack at like a casino at one of the casinos in Vegas.
That's the most. That's the. You know what? Nothing has cheered me up more than picturing that right now. So thank you.
I wish he would have took a
Kevin.
photo. I wish he would have took a photo of him.
You know what? I'm just gonna
I would
use
have
the
sat down
theater.
next to him to play.
That's haircut. We hadn't acknowledged this guy's hair yet.
Oh, hold on. JD Costello's hair or the Nightmare's hair?
Yeah. Oh, we got Tope's coming.
Whoa!
Yeah.
The Nightmares were good. They just
They
looked
were
so
really good.
goofy.
Yeah.
And one's as yeah.
The butt double butt.
Okay. Well, that adds up with Ken Wayne's future.
But weren't the Nightmares also the rock and roll RPMs, or my mistake?
No, that's a different team.
Okay.
British nightclub magician or something.
They were also called the Galaxians, I want to say.
Yes, they were the Galaxians.
Yes.
Well, they're kind of doing a Bowie thing here. They've got rainbow hair. There's a little,
but the red and yellow.
Just know that Ken Wayne's a sex offender.
Oh yes, that too. Yes, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, it's wrestling.
Awesome.
Hey, it's wrestling. You can't throw a rock without hitting a fucking sex offender.
I mean, come on. Wait, excuse me. You have two people in the wrestling business on this.
I know.
Three.
And you're wrong. I don't think he's wrong.
I mean, we joked in the chat that Disco Machine and I are former coworkers, Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to make the chat go cold, but
no. I was, you know what?
I'm
Because
still just waiting
Because
for-
you know what? Because Kevin, I realized this was a subject that I needed to think before I spoke.
Okay.
Let me just say that apparently that man has never been arrested for any crimes.
Joey Ryan.
No, as far as I know, no.
Yeah.
Just got
then let me do my cornet impression. That he should be arrested for impersonating a goddamn wrestler.
That's right. Because I know he hated that guy for the dick spot, and he should. It was terrible.
Sure.
Yeah, as he should. Well, meanwhile, the guy didn't create it, and he just took it and then just blew up. And made money with it, brother.
But let me.
That was really the start of like the GIF generation of wrestling.
Yeah.
It's
One of
nuts.
the big first meme wrestlers. Call
Yeah.
it.
And
That's crazy.
Here's how much of a first and foremost wrestling nerd I am. First time I saw it, I hated it, but it wasn't because immediately of this is gross and kind of sexual assault. It was, this doesn't make any sense. This is stupid.
Of course.
This is stupid. What the fuck?
That's what I was thinking. Like, this doesn't make sense. What? You're gonna use your
you've got a dick like Mon El. Get the fuck out of here.
So you want me to tell you the story? Because he told me. Do I dare to want me to tell you? I mean,
All right, but I think this is the.
Oh yeah, okay. We do not want to miss what happens.
Forget it.
You know what? Normally on this show, I'm like, go for it. Anything. You know what? I don't want to hear it.
Just know he's American. He has strong cock. That's the context.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that's
he lifts weights with it in the ring, right?
Of course. Apparently, the guy had a stunt cock in his tights. How about that? I'll tell that.
Oh, all right.
Speaking of stunt cock, this guy could have used one.
Yeah.
I love the great, really fat workers. Like, like
Yeah.
Dirty Roads and Jerry Blackwell.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
Yeah.
But Bam Bam, I don't know. Something about Bam Bam still looked like there was an athlete. I'm talking guys who just looked like big old beer-bellied sharecroppers. As Bad News Ellen would say.
Bastion Booger, yeah. Known lunatic, muck and sing.
Yep.
All right,
a little
here we
bit,
go.
but no, here we go. But down in Memphis, Phil Hickerson.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh my God. What the? I never saw that. Holy my God. I mean,
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. And that was not
we're live, pal.
that was not a work.
I don't know. I mean, the clip said it was real.
It's gotta be.
This is real. This is real, right? Hold on.
Oh, it's gotta be a work. Well,
my first thought is everything's a work.
The girl looks work for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The guy
that
not
one's
as
a
well.
work. I mean, they're selling. I mean, come on.
Yeah, because this guy looks like a doctor, right? Yeah.
They're both selling.
We need help. Send out Tommy Rogers.
It's a work.
Yeah.
It's always a work, and it's always a work.
He's a star man.
Those look pretty nasty though. They did a good
But
job.
that dude, that looked nasty.
Yeah, especially the backdrop.
Yeah. But that's so weird out of nowhere. Why would you do that? Like, how's this gonna sell tickets?
Maybe it'll get
Wait, hold on. Who we got coming out there? Who are these buff guys?
The Jerry Jarrett medical crew is coming out there. Look at these two Dr. Seuss looking assholes.
I know. Like, who is
this? Guy in
this?
cut off shorts and nothing else.
Yeah, I was like, who is this? I really want to know who that is. It's that Paul. That's not Paul.
Should
Diamond,
I stand on the riser? Do you guys want me to stand on the riser?
I need to look taller.
I can orate if you like.
That might be Paul Diamond on the riser there.
It might be.
It might be. It kind of looks like.
I was thinking the same with the babyface team though too. It's like, what are you gonna do standing beside them? Like, what medical expertise do you have?
Yeah.
Well, they're clearly
the guy in Daisy Dukes. Like, he's the guy who knows what he's doing here. Obviously.
Yes,
well, you'd think clearly the travelers from outer space would have advanced medical technology, but clearly not, because they had no idea what to do here.
Yeah, use your Starman powers and fix it if you can. Come on, now.
Right? I saw Starman. He could.
Man,
I watched I watched a few episodes of that Starman TV show. I liked the movie so much until I realized the TV show stunk.
They just shift to next era
course
Bowie.
it's
Let's
stunk.
dance just to get out of there.
Yeah. The era of Bowie that the era of Bowie that I was introduced to Bowie when I was like 14, and I hated it. I was like, oh, this, and I didn't like David Bowie until I heard the early 70s stuff.
Wow. This is definitely where the comparison of Lance Russell is Kermit running the Muppet Show. This is the actual.
Oh, we had Kevin. We had the best example of that a few weeks ago. It was the one where
nonstop.
Yeah, it's the one where the Pretty Young Things and Tux Newman just take over the show, and every match they where there's a babyface jobber tag team or whatever, they run in and beat the shit out of them with leather straps.
Where's Dave Brown, by the way? Where's Dave Brown?
Also on that episode, Jerry Lawler accidentally sets Lance Russell on fire.
Right.
Accidentally.
We saw Dave Brown.
It wasn't.
He set one of his Baxter suits on fire.
Well, no, Lawler's giving this promo where he had a big line at the end that would go with him doing a little fireball right with Lance there.
Yeah,
it was a great line. You know, it was a perfectly written line, but it was too close, and Lance like jumps back, is singed, like throws the fucking mic down. He's like, God damn it, this all shut. It's like fun. It's like Kermit finally going finally losing his mind. Enough. And then later they have Lawler come back out and do a promo with him like, hey, Lance, I just want to apologize for that. I really didn't mean to do that. Anyway, you know, Boat of the Witch Doctor, I'm coming for you. It was fucking, you know, Lance was actually pissed off. It was fucking insane.
Oh, yeah.
Again, if I had a van, that Memphis logo back there would be on
it. If you had a van by the river, you know.
Van by the river.
No, come on.
With Lawler's
I'm sorry.
artwork.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Johnny
to.
would keep that van.
I'm sorry.
right next to a high school.
Oh.
Well, look, I'm just scouting the baseball team.
You wouldn't have by the bus stop? Honey? Is that still around?
Oh no, the bus stop is long gone. They turned it into an artist complex with quote unquote affordable housing as that area of Boulder has become completely gentrified.
Like
of course it has. Because that was my first experience in Boulder, Colorado, which I couldn't wait to tell you about.
That's fantastic. When I first got here, that was quote unquote the rough part of town, which was ridiculous for anyone who'd even been to like, Baltimore or anything.
The real city, of course.
So yeah, there's like a lot. I didn't realize how much extra there was after that clip. So, but that made the rounds under. Hey, this was real.
We just work our way through it.
Oh, so and we're going back to it apparently.
We're gonna see it again.
It was a 2 out of 3 falls match.
If Disco Machine is still here, let me tell him. Let's see it again.
I think maybe that's what this is. I didn't check.
Is that? Okay. I thought this is a replay of it.
I don't know.
They're
just going back to this. I don't know why.
Check on it. They're trying to check on it. Because if you remember at the end of the Memphis 90-minute shows, there would be a match that would be the most falls before they go off the air.
Yeah, there's more.
Oh my goodness, we got a lot here.
All right, well, hey, cool.
Was this a hot feud?
No, nothing was hot in Memphis. Nothing was hot in Memphis at this time, so they were doing stuff like that to get attention.
Yeah,
right.
All right.
Here we are, JD. Let's listen to JD Costello.
I don't hear JD Costello.
And you'll see what
Let's see what he has to bring to the table.
Look at this guy. He looks like Riff Raff.
Well, meanwhile, his guys are blocking the camera. Come on.
Well, wouldn't you look at him? He's awful.
It is not. Excuse me. The camera is the other direction, sir.
This is so Bush League, man.
It really is. But that's
crazy
on
to
them.
think after all these years. At least Lance would try to find a way to.
Yeah,
they tried to. Memphis had its ups and downs with characters at certain times, and so did everyone. But you know what? And you go, well, it's Bush League because of how it's the TV station. But Vince had a lot of dumb shit too, but it looked really fucking well produced.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I mean, they had these random backdrops. Like that one's a random backdrop, but at least he's moving with him instead of like the camera, everyone's standing in front of one camera. You can't see anybody. It's like, come on, guys. We're literally in a television studio. We can't figure it out.
League, these people are. Look, this guy's wearing a suit. This 16-year-old is wearing a suit. He's taking control.
I don't know. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it does feel more.
Yeah,
I get it.
Okay. Here's what doesn't feel real. Okay, yes, I think the fire and the flame outfits look stupid. I think the guys are great workers. I think it looks stupid. I think JD Costello looks stupid, and he looks low rent. I think JD Costello looks low rent. I think the Nightmares, a choice of gear and everything looks low rent.
Now we have other people. We have the Nightmares. Who is this?
I don't know who these guys are.
And my friend Michael brought
now these guys look cool and serious.
Yeah. My God, these
gave him the old cornholio.
Yeah, what the hell?
And I think I don't know. Sometimes the whole idea of like when people look at it and say, "Hey, this looks low rent," not to like argue or anything, but it's going. I'm like,
isn't that one of the jobbers we just saw in Kansas City?
Oh, is this the bat? Oh no! For a minute, I thought this was the bat. The bat.
No, it's not. But the guy. I mean, I'm half joking. The tubbier guy looks like one of the guys who just got get beat up in Kansas City.
Maybe. I don't know. The Battens were there too, but I think most studio
wrestling are in better
wrestling,
shape than these guys.
Yeah. Most studio wrestling, looked. It had its own sense of looking quote unquote hokey.
This is the Mod Squad.
It's the Mod Squad. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here's the biggest problem right here is Memphis was in a fucking slump and they had a bunch of nowhere going gimmicks and really nothing was going on. I don't even know what Lawler was doing at this time, but
so this is the first appearance of the Mod Squad because I always remember JD Costello more for the Mod Squad.
Yeah, but the Mod Squad kind of sucked too.
I know, but that's how I knew him in the magazines when I was growing up. It's not that I'm going to see Memphis wrestling, you know what I mean?
Look at that bell.
No, I'm telling you, like, these guys look like those Kansas City jobbers. I got to see who the Mod Squad was now.
It's like it's something you ring when you finish the old 76 or something.
Okay, let me put it this way. A few years earlier, their tag teams were the Fabulous Ones and the PYTs.
Yep.
And teams like that. And now it's the Mod Squad and
it is
the Nightmares.
Oh my God.
In their dumb outfits.
It's the Jeffers.
It's the Jeffers?
Hilarious.
Yes.
That's amazing. The Jeffers have invaded. The Jeffers have invaded from Crockett's job.
You got a case of the Jeffers, man.
I told you, I like.
Holy shit!
Like
okay, we got a case of the Jeffers.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I didn't realize those guys were the Jeffer brothers. Oh my God!
That's kind of cool, right? Because the Jeffer brothers were job guys on
Mac and Jim, and here as the Mod Squad, there's
We've
Spike
seen
and
them.
Basher. Yeah. But I was going, it looks like the guy we just saw in Worldwide Wrestling getting beat up.
Mm-hmm. Oh maybe God, he was one of the Jeffers. Then he was, because we did just see one of the Jeffers.
I totally that's him. I'm like, there's no way I'm like,
wow. You know what? Amazing. Wow, man. How cosmic is my choices and my continuity? I'm not even trying at this point.
You're welcome. That's why we do the research here at the Baseball Brew Crew.
There we go. Hey, get your plugs in, buddy.
Yeah.
Baseball Brew Crew on YouTube. If you like craft beer and baseball, come check it out.
I like one of those things. Baseball.
Well, hey, you know what? You'll love it because we just talk about minor league teams' new identities.
I keep meaning I haven't. I keep meaning to.
You would like this.
I promised, and it's my with my word as your friend. I'm going to check it out.
You would like this past weekend's episode because we talked about a rivalry of tomato pies.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
because we had the Lehigh Valley tomato pies versus the Trenton tomato pies. That is happening this year in minor league baseball.
190 episodes in the archive. In the archive.
We're at almost 200 now.
That's cool.
That's awesome, man. Hey, real quick, my nephew is playing this season. I might have mentioned it. He's like in a competitive level league where they've been training since winter.
Yes.
And now they play. It's been about 2 months, or I think, of every weekend. They go to various places around Colorado and play in 3-day tournaments.
Oh gosh!
Almost every weekend. And it doesn't end till July.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end till July. And he's been and his team is good, but everyone's good. So they don't have a winning record, but they're getting there because this is a journey with this many.
Of course, it always is. Yes, sir.
And he's doing. And I got to see him at a game recently where they lost. They just won the first game 9-4, and the game I got to see. Well, real quick, they lost at the end of the game, and he was great in it. I was just like,
awesome.
Here we go. Well, I know
Mr. USA.
I've tried to avoid him for a long time, but it's fuzzy enough and old enough.
Sure.
But we're gonna see a lot of winners in this, but. There's some things that must always continue on
That's
this
right. Show. That's right. More important.
Much like how my friend in the chat, Disco Machine, and I are forever connected to Joey Ryan.
This show will be connected to Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson.
I'm going to be a different Pat Patterson. I'm going to be the old Pat Patterson, a man that doesn't care about the rules.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we know.
Yep.
Or your neck or one of your arms. I promise you one thing, it's not going to be.
This is before him and Slaughter have their great match.
You have the guts and the nerve to apply a Cobra Clutch on my neck.
I promise you one thing, you'll lose $10,000. So I'm inviting you, Slaughter. I just can't wait to step in the ring with you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Pat Patterson, his comments on the upcoming grudge match with Sergeant Slaughter.
Incredible match.
Bob Backlund,
Yep.
the World Wrestling Federation champion, and Mr. Backlund.
Oh boy, all the stars are here.
Oh, here we go.
Personality.
Great.
I love.
Bob.
Well, Vince. Vince, I'm really excited to get to Madison Square Garden and defend my belt against that terrible foreigner. And all the fans are going to be right there supporting me, and I'm going to feel that strength. And I'm going to give it my 110%, Vince, as I go to sit there because that WWF belt is not going to Fred Blassie and into some foreign country, and the fans are going to be behind me. Thank you, Vince.
Hey.
It's a shame it takes him 10 years to become a good promo after.
Yeah, no kidding. He was awesome.
Here we go. Now, he's like, hey, let me show you how to give a promo, asshole.
Right.
Listen to this.
See nothing like it. My men are coming out for action. You see Blassie's army in action, I guarantee you're seeing the best. Hulk Hogan going to destroy Tony Atlas. McMahon, I don't like the way you... Well, I got news for you.
Yeah.
Yes!
The long con continues. He makes an excellent point.
These guys are the nicest and the meanest guys at the bar.
Yeah.
Lassie's the meanest for sure, but if you're hanging out with Con, you're like, this guy's great. I love this guy.
I would flock to if I was at a bar, I would flock to hang out near Freddie Blassie so he could make fun of me.
Is this before or after he broke Andre's?
Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Not sure. Okay, so this is fortuitous because I just watched the Dark Side of the Ring about Tony Atlas.
Right.
It's fantastic. At the end, if you don't cry, I think you just might be evil or
All
not.
right, but then that gives us an opportunity, Terry, to give a shout out to Leon Lacombo, who did all of the body double stuff where they do like in the shadows. Done by, wrestler Leon.
That's all filmed in Canada,
for
right?
Tony? For Tony?
Yeah, for Tony.
Oh, that's that's awesome. Yeah, awesome.
Nice.
Two equally jacked dudes.
Yeah. Really
It's
nice
great,
guy.
'cause
I've only
Tony's-
met him once, Leon, but really nice guy.
Tony's all over it, telling his story, which makes it it's one of those. Well, who's saying bullshit and who's saying not? And one thing I have to share is he's talking about when he first breaks in and he's in Georgia, and he was like, every day, every single person in the locker room used the N word or called me the N word. He goes, oh, except Tommy Rich.
Hell yeah.
Because they make a big point of him and Tommy Rich were young and fast friends.
Yep.
And then they cut to Tommy Rich. And every time you hear Tommy Rich talk, it's one of those prejudices even I have, being family in the South. You're like, well, this guy sounds like a racist, but clearly he's not. You're like, oh, me and Tony, we go back a long time. We're just a good old boys wrestlers and shit.
Yeah.
If I could guess from old wrestlers who would be most likely to be racist, like based on that, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Tommy Rich could be way up there.
Yeah, like
I mean,
Tommy,
apparently Tommy Rich was the only non-racist in Georgia Championship
What?
Wrestling in 1980.
Oh,
Yep.
no. I got hurt.
Well, you know what? As an Italian, he understands discrimination.
Sure.
Oh, hey, as a full-blooded Italian, you mean, sir?
Yeah, a full-blooded Italian. Okay, so we're going to legendary alcoholic Gordon Soley and Continental Championship Wrestling, I believe 1985. We haven't really dived deep. We've done clips of Continental.
Right.
This might be our first full episode because our good friend at Classic Wrestling Stuff just dropped a bunch of Continental. And I was going back and forth, but I found a certain something happens in this one that I was just like, that's just perfect because we're going to see the return of Chris Colt as Chris Von Colt.
Wow. So
Oh,
another
he went
Chris
abroad to
Colt.
Germany.
Mm-hmm. But Kevin Sullivan, everything. There wasn't. This was like the forgotten territory.
Where is it?
Okay, it's Alabama into Tennessee, and here comes Dirty White Boy.
Yeah.
And
I love this song.
And Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs in 1985.
Are they set up for like fucking war games here? What's going on?
Yeah, there's gonna be a double ring battle royal.
Cool.
I'm sorry, a double ring 3-time elimination battle royal. It's the most confusing Vince Russo or TNA bullshit you've ever seen.
Right.
But I was reading up about this because all of it dates back to like even the 50s, like who owned this part of the town and that territory and what it was called then. But the Fullers were the main owners of this, Robert Fuller and and Ron Fuller. And they had a real kayfabe attitude to where they didn't allow the magazines to be there or go backstage or anything. So they weren't ever covered in the aftermags. So it was like kind of like when you and I, Kevin, would read the aftermags. There was never stories about Continental. You maybe saw, in the listings of who the champions were, but they never talked about it. And there was never any footage of it until recently.
Well, so I want to ask you, Johnny, the only way I saw Continental was on Portion This Week.
And we didn't get...
You didn't get that out there in Philly?
Yeah, I know it's come up before. I told you how I got so much wrestling without even having cable. Did not get pro wrestling this week. That was not available on any of the channels.
That's crazy. Because I was lucky enough to where there was a channel 13 KCOP here in LA on Saturday mornings, and I'm only forgetting one show, but they showed Mid-South and then Pro Wrestling This Week. Like, I think there was another show in the block, but those two were 2 to 3 on Saturday mornings. I was like, as a 12-year-old, I'm like, oh my God. My mind was just like, this is the best wrestling I'm gonna see, period. Like
I heard about it. I remember hearing about it in the mags.
I can't believe that was not airing in Philly.
I know, it's crazy. Well, Philly, I got Philly and New York, and it was not there.
Bram from Sharon Lois and Bram.
Yes.
Who are the?
Okay, that's Jerry Stubbs.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Who's one of the greats. No one's ever heard of in modern wrestling. So good.
I love those.
If you ever saw Mid-South, he was Mr. Olympia.
He wore a mask. Clearly, like Bill Watts said, we got to put a mask on you. You look like a science teacher.
Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a body. Great worker. He and Arn Anderson came up together as a tag team.
Yeah.
But I mentioned it before. I'd never seen this before. His gimmick here is Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs.
Yes, he's Mr. Perfect. Yep.
In 1985. Crazy. So maybe Vince was watching Joe Pedicino's show.
Interesting.
I have no idea.
So what's funny is
and it's the Dirty White Boy against 2 job guys.
Right.
What's kind of funny is that in the chat, my friend, Disco Machine, he's from Arizona, and he said he saw on the Financial News Network, which is the channel that would show wrestling, he said he saw, and he recorded on VHS, Continental, and it was Sid as Lord Humongous, Missy Hyatt, Eddie Gilbert, and Paul Dangerously.
Oh, wow. Yeah, everyone worked there. All these great people worked there.
Like, that was 88 Continental when they had all those people, though.
I think that's where Heyman started, right? Before he went to...
Because he's Tennessee, like he's Memphis and Tennessee.
Before he went to Tennessee, he did...
He was in Tennessee in 87. You got to remember, because
he went somewhere else down south before that.
I'm not sure, because 86, 87 was when he was involved in the Lawler, Austin Idol.
Right. I was just hearing him talk about it.
Yeah, they
went here after. A24 Paul Giamatti movie. Or Paul Heyman movie played by Paul Giamatti.
Oh my God.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
Or you know what? Maybe Paul Giamatti can play Einstein like he did in those commercials that made me want to shoot myself.
No idea.
I don't know if you guys got those.
I don't
The
know.
Verizon ad campaign with Cecily Strong from SNL and Giamatti as Einstein and Ben Franklin. And
I prefer him as Pig Virus.
so bad. Oh, bro. Dude. Private Parts is a great movie.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I love Paul Giamatti. He's a great actor.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it
wow.
would be just
Heart
like,
attack
look
off
at
the
this,
top.
look at that.
Oh,
Nice.
the Dirty White Boys.
That was good.
You know what I love about the Dirty White? My favorite thing
And
about the
that's not
Dirty
even
White
the
Into a
finish.
sharpsharpshooter? Right.
No.
Yeah.
They're doing sharpshooters
okay,
back
this is
then.
early one.
Oh yeah, because he's Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope that's
He's
the
wearing
finish, at
pink.
least.
He's wearing pink. Yeah. Oh yeah. Always had a lot of respect for Mr. Perfect Jerry Stubbs. I stole his whole gimmick.
That's right.
Oh, it would be like Kurt Hennig to show up for a pitch meeting with Vince with a bunch of other people's gimmick. Like he also pitched.
Hey, I can be the Red
White
Rooster.
Boy, didn't go for it.
Yeah, the Dirty White. He also pitched Dirty White Boy. You're right.
No, and Vince went and he was like, I see you as a plumber in 10 years.
Look at the shove from the ref there.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
I think
What?
my favorite thing,
they're calling it a scorpion deathlock. So
they go no, just the Scorpion,
scorpion.
not
It's
even
crazy.
Deathlock.
He already called that thing back then.
Yes,
The craziest thing is that Jerry Stubbs was doing it before anyone else here was doing it.
Well, I mean, who was doing it first in Japan? Was it
Ricky
Was it
Choshu.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they got it because they probably were showing that on Pro Wrestling this week, so Gordon slowly would know the name of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the only connection I can come to.
Terry,
that.
what were you saying about Sting at this time?
Oh, just like if this was like '88, then like Choshu's doing it. I think Sting's doing
This
it.
is
but, like
this
Jerry
is
Stubbs
80.
might be Bret Hart to it.
This is 85.
Oh,
I
wow.
believe.
Okay, wow.
Oh, this is 85?
I think so. Travis, you can
86.
solve this.
86. November of 86.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I,
was like,
think that's
whoa.
pretty Sting though.
They're
yeah.
pretty new.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely pretty sick.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. So
You got those tapes quick.
Because Jerry Stubbs went to like Japan under the
I'm a
gimmick
stubby.
A Chic.
Are you a stubby? We got to start making buttons.
Oh, I'm a stubby. I'm
Are
a stubby.
you a stubby?
I'm definitely a stubby.
Got a stubby?
Stubbs sounds like one of those beers you get in those small bottles.
Totally.
Yeah,
That's what
they got
stubbies
a
are, man.
24
What
pack of
the-
Stubbs.
what
Oh,
the-
okay.
Like what they drink in Strange Brew.
That's me
like
coming
that.
off a limo right there.
I know.
That's
Here,
me going on a
okay,
limo.
yeah, okay. So I found
man.
Taro's home movies,
Yeah.
and I thought, okay,
Look at that guy just waddling.
oh yeah, okay.
Hey,
So this
is that
is
one of
the
the
Bullets.
Jeffers?
It hurts.
No, that's the Bullets chauffeur who's gonna die of a
right.
heart attack. So
Oh, yeah, he's
before
already
this-
dead.
okay,
Yes.
okay. So they set this up with.
Oh, I
Gordon
like the
Solie
bullets there, though. That's
I look how
great.
this. Okay, this. Hi, I'm Jack Horner. I make movies.
Oh my
yeah.
god, this is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Here's
my
one
God.
And here's one of them.
God,
Okay,
this is
so Gordon Solie introduces this like we're doing our series of like the greats of the NWA or some shit.
Oh my
And it's
God.
this video of the Bullet, who's Bob Armstrong, but at this point he's wearing his mask. He shows up with his fat chauffeur to just show up at Armstrong Alley and apparently just watch his boys work out in
Get
and you know how much I love homoerotic 80s wrestling.
Yeah.
There's
Especially the vignettes. Yeah.
Yep.
watch the Armstrongs.
Oh my God.
None of this is gay. None
You
of it's
sure about
gay because
that?
they're all brothers.
They're all
and
brothers.
There's nothing sexual about any of the three of these guys. They do nothing is sexy about any of them.
Nope.
Pay no attention to the inseam of our shorts.
Right. I mean, you could find it. So, look at this. This looks like a commercial.
Yep. Armstrong Avenue.
I mean, Brad. Okay. Well,
All
there's
right,
the bullet. Sexy as fuck, boys.
That's a little
Okay.
weird, guys. I'll see you
A little
later.
weird, boy.
Hey man,
Kind
it's
of
all
fucked up.
clean.
Maybe
clean.
some sweatpants next time. All right, let's go.
He's in his jeans. He's like,
So I guess
"Ah."
this. Okay. So I guess this is.
I
to
think you
prove
should
that
drive.
The bullet. The bullet is visiting his boys as the Bullet, who's definitely not Bob Armstrong.
No.
Wait, hold on.
What's
Is that a
that?
camera on me? Is that a camera on me? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Fuck you. There you go.
Incredible.
Oh, I knew there was
Incredible.
Ah!
That's one of the best
George
things that's ever
Thorogood
happened.
approves.
Yeah.
And by the way, George Thorogood is playing at the Orange County Fair in July.
Wow.
I believe with Foghat, motherfucker.
Dude, that was so awesome. That was so rad.
Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god, these matches upcoming are so good.
Chris Von Cole.
We got the Nightmares again. Oh my god, the Wildcat. Oh,
So
what a
let me
show.
prepare you. I don't know if
Oh, there we
Oh
go.
no.
Okay.
Gosh.
There's
Someone can keep a
Tracy.
running tally of how many times we've seen the Confederate flag on Mystery
Oh,
Titan.
dude, this is
Okay.
Flag crop top is such
But
a
that's
crazy
Tracy's
flag.
mother's gimmick.
You're
Okay.
like the gayest guy in the Confederacy, like that kind of rule.
Is that Rip Rogers?
Yes, that's Rip Rogers.
Yes.
The gayest guy in the Confederacy is a good title.
With the pink belt. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love it.
Okay,
Love it.
it's definitely the current champion.
But Adrian Street, it's me and you, baby, man on man.
Yeah, come on, man. You
The greatest champion this southeastern area has ever seen, baby.
Rip Rogers is one of like the great. I think he's a great wrestler. One of the most weird motherfuckers you've ever the
Right.
stories about him, but
Still-
nothing. But nothing like going to jail or anything like that. It was stuff like there was a great story. I think Mick Foley told it. Where Barry Windham in WCW had diarrhea from drinking too much the night before and dropped his car keys into the toilet after he'd filled it. And he's like, "Oh man, what am I gonna do?" And Rogers walked over and just put his hand right down and picked him up.
Oh.
Who's on the right?
Non-glam Adrian
My god.
Street.
Wow. Oh my
Adrian Street.
God.
Yeah, it's Adrian Street.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
Where's
I
Miss
didn't
Linda?
recognize you out of
You didn't see
Okay,
Linda?
there's some
you know.
give. Miss Linda's been hurt. There's some other woman involved in all this with whoever he's feuding with. Here we go. The Hawk.
Hawk.
Ha
The Hawk.
Hawk Tua.
Check out this hair.
Hawk.
Uh,
What the hell is that?
Tom
Tom
Pritchard.
Pritchard.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he
the doctor.
hasn't gotten his doctorate yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
He's working.
trying to make my way through medical school. What's up?
I'm not like any of those.
Does he have his masters, or I mean, we don't know, do we?
Yeah, no. He's
Oh.
like, I'm not like
But,
I'm not like those cowardly interns wearing masks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, that referee has a doctorate in Hades hair.
Yeah.
Look at that hair. Look at that rat tail. almost in the back.
Okay.
That hair is tremendous on the referee. The undergrad doctor.
Referee has some good hair. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, he's like
Does he though?
I mean,
calling out the
first
worker.
time.
Ooh.
First time, sir.
Yeah.
First time.
Look, as someone who doesn't have any really, I could be an impartial judge. I'd rather
Thank
be
you.
bold than have this.
Because I was
guy's
gonna
hair.
say
Look at
that.
this.
I was gonna ask you that, Johnny. You don't have hair.
I'd
Like,
rather,
I
dude,
didn't
if I
feel-
could have, dude, I wouldn't even want Dr. Tom Pritchard's hair because even when I was 20, I'd look ridiculous with Dr. Tom Pritchard's hair. Dr. Tom Pritchard looks
Call him for
ridiculous
timeout.
with this hair. Look at this.
Oh no. Okay.
And then meanwhile, when the guy had to get his hair cut a zip in the Badianas, he was so angry.
Which was a rib on
is
him
zip.
by his
course it
brother.
was.
Yeah, he made
Yep.
Vince do, but not the zip part. but
Let's,
the
let's
haircut.
cut his hair, make him zip.
But apparently the haircut thing was Bruce's.
Ah,
suggestion,
you like your hair? Not anymore.
Hey brother, you're gonna need to get a haircut. It's like, okay, Vince made Michael Hayes cut his hair and shave his beard in front of him before he hired him. He goes, and you're gonna be called Doc Hendricks because you love rock and roll. And I'm like, okay, I get the Hendricks.
You
part,
like Jimi Hendrix?
but the Doc. What's the Doc part? Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Cover
Yes!
of the Rolling Stone.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's perfect. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, and by the way, you know what band I absolutely love without irony? Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. They fucking rule. It's like the songs are either
That adds up. I can see that.
The songs are either ridiculous and funny or melodramatically serious.
Yeah,
It's one
exactly.
or the other.
Yep. Adds up. It totally adds up.
I love them.
What's Pritchard up to these days, Dr. Tom Pritchard?
He has a school in
training,
Knoxville.
Him and Kane have a school in Knoxville.
And he has a podcast too.
Kane does, but Kane doesn't. Kane's school though, there's no wrestling. It's just like you have to sit there and do book reports on Rand.
Yeah. Or just
there you go.
culture wars bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he runs the school, but
because he's a libertarian
podcast.
Yeah.
I know.
He's a libertarian. Usually, libertarian is just code for Republicans who want to smoke pot, but I don't think he gets high.
Anymore.
So I'm like,
not
what
anymore.
the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Libertarian means you gotta.
He's off the road. He's not wrestling anymore. He's
thousand things. Libertarians suck. I'll say it. I'll say it out loud to our 9 followers, our 9 viewers right now.
Hey, remember, dude, we didn't have a ton of listeners to Gideon guys at first, but we had some, and after a bit between our politics and the one time when you said shippers should all go fuck themselves,
yes,
our numbers dropped.
Yeah, I remember.
Couldn't care less.
Who cares?
But I remember being like, what the fuck did we say on this show? What the fuck happened?
I mean, are we expecting numbers to rise with Tom Pritchard versus who's this guy?
Well, I mean, it's YouTube numbers. So
was it the Hawk or something like
this? It's
this?
the Hawk. Hey,
Which is like,
I used to have a lot of respect for the Hawk.
Now, right?
Yeah.
The Hawk.
He's the Hawk.
Before he joined the Legion.
God.
So Dr. Tom's a babyface, right? But like he's definitely used at least 2 thumb pokes to the eye.
Right.
He's also so 85. He's not a doctor yet, so he's close to being a rookie.
Working on it.
Turn Tom.
I know. I'm just thinking how long he's like the junior not NWA champion, like junior Gulf Coast champion or something.
I know it's making out later, but this match is as much of a bomb as Hudson Hawk.
Hey.
Topical.
No, it's not. Because this match is a couple years before that film, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Danny McDowell to stop this match.
90s. Hudson Hawk,
Yes,
early
it was.
90s. Yeah.
I know. I know.
Okay. I'll tell you, Travis. I've never seen it because I immediately heard it's
well,
like,
good.
okay, I'm never gonna say it. But okay, hold on.
Yes,
I've heard great podcasts about it, but do you know who loves fucking Hudson Hawk?
Who?
One Diamond Joe Danzo.
Oh yeah,
loves
that's
fucking Hudson. I remember one time he's like, "It's fucking good, dude."
Buffy,
it's
ball.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine for what it is.
I don't know if he still does. I just remember him like
fine for what it
It's an
is.
NES game.
He would go to the mattress for Hudson.
I'll grill him on it when he's on.
Yeah,
a couple weeks.
Okay, so Dr. Tom was born in 1959. So someone else do the math. In
He's 65.
86. I know how old he is now. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
1986.
I'm like, sure.
40.
Well, you pulled that out of your ass
30.
pretty fast, Mr. Data. So come on, get to it.
No, he's his late 20s.
Yeah.
His
Late
early
20s.
20s here. Yeah,
Early
mid-late
20s.
here. No, mid to late 20s. I think mid to late 20s.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
think
get a calculator.
24.
He's born in 59, so he's like 27 years old there.
Right. There
But
you
he
go.
already was in like the LA territory in the early 80s, really young, and Portland too before that, you know?
It's pretty insane to think like, well, 2 young boys from Houston who are fans, one becomes a wrestler and does well for himself, and the other one who's non-athletic gets in the
Sullivan.
business. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
I got a little.
Okay. So let's turn this up, boys.
Please,
I had an
Turn this up,
incident.
boys.
I had an incident with my phone.
Okay, so this is the New Guinea Headhunters, and neither of them have anyone you've ever heard of. Here is Chris Colt, Chris Von Colt, as you can tell by the
Oh,
German
right.
flag
Holy
and
shit.
the swastika.
Crazy. And we thought
that's
that
what the one's for.
and we thought the stars and bars was going to be the most offensive thing we'd see tonight.
Yeah,
No.
kidding.
Look at, he's letting you know. This
Let me get the promo, please.
Look at that. I know he was an artist. He made that himself. It looks like a fourth grader made that swastika. Look at
100%.
that.
I want to hear this. Please let me hear this.
If you are so pure and hot, like the Tennessee stud goes around saying, "Is the Tennessee stud? Is Bob Armstrong the?"
You got some fusilli pasta on your eyebrow, Chris.
Well, all Nazis have fusilli pasta piercings. Travis, you didn't know that?
Mussolini started.
Chris
He
Cole,
was a fan for a while.
Ergo, one would think it is Ron Fuller, but
Ergo. Great use of ergos, Gordon.
Well, I want to make this real clear.
I tried to look. I figured that the New Guinea Headhunters has to. The New Guinea Headhunters must have been somebody else. Nope. This is it.
When I went to the 13th
Interesting.
step of the 13th pyramid,
I can hear this.
13th pyramid.
and everything became clear. You see, I saw everybody's darkness side. You see, evil lives in each one of us, Mrs. Soley. Those that deceive and those that are deceived. And sooner or later, Mr. Soley, I'm going to take things into my own hands. Stars of the NWA, there's only one star that shines bright.
Chris Colt has to make sure to get this on camera. See what I did? I did this on the board. I did this at the boardwalk.
I'm going to sell them at the merch table.
He told me this. Even Soley lives in darkness at night. And Mr. Soley,
I'd rather not talk about that.
Oh.
Holy.
Why do you think I drink so much, Lord of Satan?
I do what every white-blooded or red-blooded male does. I drink.
I drink it away. I don't start worshiping Beelzebub. Oh, hold on. Now, watch as Chris Colt just takes over. Listen to this.
As my friends, you know how happy I am to enjoy pain and to fight and destroy and fight.
Watch Kevin Sullivan corral this.
You have me under some kind of a spell or a trance or
He was once a
Spell.
man just like you.
He's on 18 hits of acid right now.
Of course.
Really tried to make a name for himself there. That was crazy.
At the end of his
That's wild,
career
man.
in
Anytime you
1985.
find any Chris Colt find his
I know. It was
That's crazy.
It was like 1985, the end, pretty close to the end of his career, and he's like, "I'm gonna do a Nazi gimmick in '85."
As a
Right.
gay man.
Yeah,
Sometimes the gimmick just ain't worth the push.
yeah.
If you could make world champion with that gimmick, it's not going to be worth it, brother.
No.
Well, I feel like he had the vest
Hold
ready
on.
to go, and they were like,
Can I hear
Yes.
this?
yeah.
Let me hear this, please.
Okay. The dumpy guy looks like a used car salesman
Yep.
in paint. I can get you a great deal, really.
He said, went out and got the weak link of my team. He got the pansy and broke his leg.
Because the
Fancy.
first time I saw these guys was wrestling this week when they came from under the cage. The famous angle.
Oh yeah, they were.
I saw it wrestling this week. It's so good.
Gonna reach down and
There's a famous angle on this episode.
do it in the middle of the ring for you to get down on your hands and knees.
Okay, now Travis, that logo,
Yeah.
low rent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
Looks like
I mean,
like a
compared to the guy who had 5 stars on his trunks earlier that was falling off around him.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Floated by, bloated.
This is the
Actually, that guy was so well loved in the business and nobody knows about it that's a tribute to him from the Fullers. It's gonna be in his movie, dude.
This is a 5-star show then.
It'll be one of those post credit things that like we got when I went to saw Queen of the Ring and was about to walk out after the first 15 minutes and then went, well, I'm not the kind of person who asks for his money back, so I guess this is what I'm doing and watching this made for TV Hallmark movie on the big screen.
Yeah.
But she's really good, right? That's what I keep hearing.
She's
she did good. She did well.
She's good, but there is some like overly melodramatic CW level scenes that you're like well, I can't tell if she's a good actress or she's just good at being on Arrow.
It's just some of that dialogue early on. I'm like, oh my.
The dialogue stinks.
So
the best character is the best character and the best performance is the actress who plays Mae Young.
That's Clint Eastwood's daughter.
Is that Clint Eastwood's daughter? She was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but I'm like, of course, Clint Eastwood has a daughter's at like 25.
Of course he does, dude. Yeah. Clint Eastwood still fucks.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, nothing comes out but nothing comes out
but dust.
Yeah, nothing comes out but dust. But that dust is fertile, and it's like it's like dandelion dust. It's like dandelion
dirty, unforgiven dust that is gonna.
Yeah, no, it's like dandelion seeds everywhere into uteruses all over Carmel.
Dirty,
I wish Gene
unforgiven,
Hackman would have done the
fertile
same
dust.
thing. Gene Hackman should have spread some of that dust before he left this flag.
I know.
What do we have here?
Okay, this is that crazy gimmicked battle royal, but something happens in this that is something I remember reading about. I think they have to get you have to toss the guy. Okay, that I know this. You got to toss the guy into the other ring, right? Until all the guys are in that one. And then you got to toss them back into the other one, and then over. It's something like that.
So this is the end of NWA did that in Great American Bash '89.
Yeah, something like that.
Where the Skyscrapers won both rings. It's called like the King of the Ring or something like that. You know.
There's the bell.
Oh, here we go.
The bell, and there's a question here of how many.
Watts had one I remember in Houston that had some kind of rules like this. That even though the rules were kind of like, what the fuck is this? It was like, it was Watts, and the Freebirds were in there, and Dr. Dusty Williams, and it was bloody, and it was booked well.
Right back.
I couldn't tell whether it was Scott or Field.
Interesting, man. If Kelly was here, he'd be able to get us some jobber bios.
If Kelly was here, he'd be in love with the Hawk. He'd be his new favorite wrestler.
Is now being indicated.
Dude, Continental though was sponsored by Coca-Cola.
I can see that. That's crazy.
Apparently, one of their choices was since at the time studio wrestling was still kind of the way to go in '85.
Looking for opponents.
They had a deal with their local CBS affiliate, and it fell through. And then they were like, "Well, what if we just tape our TV in front of like big crowds who come to these shows, much like Vince did a year later, but on a smaller scale."
Smaller scale, yes. Roy Lee Welch.
Oh, Crockett. Roy Lee Welch. It sounds like an assassin. Roy Lee Welch.
Assassinate people with those sideburns. It's colorful.
Oh, look at the Slender Man.
Stubbs is back.
Yep. Oh, the Slender Man referee.
Yes. Fuck, my money's on Stubbs, man.
Oh, Kevin Sullivan's in there.
Yeah. The two Islanders who never went on to do anything else.
Hey, they're headhunters, Travis.
Pardon?
I mean, look,
you gotta be respectful. There's no way that's more respectful.
Oh! They
come from an island. I can get away with that.
That's
they hunt heads. You think they literally hunt heads?
Right. That's what you think, right? It's an expression.
Oh, they work for a recruiting company. That's how you could have.
Look.
You shoveled your way out of that.
There's either Scott or Field on top of his man.
So when are they going to start using the second ring. I
can't remember the
goddamn this dog pile.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, now look at this phony bullshit in the middle of this. Ugh. Okay, it's like that South Park where all the men were fucking each other to paint the future.
He is completely out.
I came back for this.
Piled on him.
Trust me, by the time this guy, like anything battle royal related, when it gets to the end, it's gonna be good.
RC Stars and Bars.
Well, yeah, well that's either Steve Armstrong or Scott Armstrong. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, it's one of the Armstrongs.
The Guinea headhunters are looking good.
No,
hey, look, hey, man. Here's the thing. Look, I love Leonard Skinner. Not now. Not modernly. I love it, Leonard Skinner. I don't think there's one original member.
They made some great rock and roll.
But there's not one original member in the band, and now they're like playing at like right wing festivals. I was like, I don't know about
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with Leonard? I mean, that's Leonard Skinner would be considered redneck music, I guess, but like you listen to the lyrics and you're kind of like, with the exception of, we love the governor. I'm like,
one of the
yeah.
Things could be changing here rather.
Ew.
What are we gonna do with that other ring? Why do we have that other ring here?
I can't remember the rule, dude. I checked it before and I understood what the rule was and I completely forgot it.
Nick Dukas doing an excellent job as
okay, the referee's name is Nick Dukas.
Be watching at one time.
And why is the referee in the ring?
Yes.
This.
No. What can he possibly be trying to do? All right,
trying to survive.
All right, we're using the second ring finally.
Okay,
Mr.
guys,
Perfect.
All right. Here's what's stupid about this, besides a lot of it. Okay.
Besides everything.
The idea is that we're fighting in the ring, but you don't want to get thrown into the other ring. So that's why they're fighting for some reason. But if you get thrown into the other ring, you're not out of the match yet, and I don't understand why.
I feel like I jump in the second ring right away, and then you camp out. You get yourself
right.
I mean,
hey, look, I'm sure the dean of wrestling, Gordon Soley, is explaining this right now and making it make sense while in a vodka haze.
He's not.
Somebody just walked over. Hey, there we go.
So what happens to get thrown over the ropes on the other side?
The dirty white boy and
don't know.
You know what? I'm going to try to look this up and fail.
Oh, please don't waste your effort.
You just keep getting military press out into the crowd, and you just keep having to
go. Look right there.
Look.
Oh.
He did not
is that Stubbs is gone? But they're both out.
So you just go.
Okay, so you got to get. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's it. You got to get thrown into that one and then thrown out of that one.
Okay.
So
this is definitely the NWA. If anybody ever watched the Great American Bash '89, that was the thing they did. King of the Hill, is that what it was called? Where they had every battle.
We'd never be in Texas. We'd never even be involved with it. But Fritz Von Erich would never do anything like that. Oh, by the way, I am so like about reboots. I'm optimistic for the King of the Hill one. I'm like, let's see. It's my favorite cartoon ever. So let's go.
I'm excited and sorry, not humble brag. I'm friends with
Mike Judge.
Toby Huss.
Oh, really? That's fantastic.
I'm actually friends with Toby Huss because one of these times.
Hey, Kevin.
Sir.
Could you pick that up?
That name you just dropped.
We'll be right back.
What, Toby Huss? About him.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I'm Kevin Taro, 9 beers in. Take your fucking jokes and shove them up your ass.
That's right. Because I worked that man on a television show back in the year 2000 when I wasn't really drinking.
Toby Huss?
Yes.
He wrestled?
Oh, you know what? That might be a teaser for a future Patreon. How about that?
So is that a yes?
He was a wrestling promoter on a television show.
What television show?
Okay.
It was called Nikki on the WB.
I know Nikki. Was that that hot chick who was married to Bobcat Goldthwait?
That's
Right.
Nikki Cox. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, shit. Okay. Well, Travis, I think we know one thing we're having for New Year's Eve.
There's plenty of footage, and there's me with.
Let's go down to these comments too.
What?
You and Nick, you and Bobcat and Nikki
No,
Cox.
not Bobcat.
Post show.
Here we go. Check out
Is this the Mattress King?
the man. Yeah.
I don't care how you
Where's
feel
Sir
about
Scruffy?
I'm trying to remember who this is. He's actually very good. But let's look at this.
that ever came along, and all the people.
Is that King Carl Fergie?
Out my
Oh,
word.
I hope it is.
I've proven it in the ring time and time again. I've left you laid out on the
Ridiculous.
ring
I've never seen this
where you couldn't do
King. And
Okay. Okay. Look
My
at that.
travels.
That outfit looks great, Travis. And
Yes.
yeah, to be honest,
He does look like he's selling
as one of the,
mattresses.
as one of the co-owners of Boom Championship Wrestling, to look at anything and go, you know what,
Yeah.
this looks
King
ridiculous. I'm like, okay, come on,
King
man.
of it.
where it belongs.
Come on.
Come
You
on.
would kill for that costume.
Yes, he would.
Not the
Gotta find
logo.
a spot for it.
Remember now.
We already have him on.
Yeah, I know the spot for it. The next Halloween show, you'll be wearing it.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Weekend wrestling spectacular taking place.
Travis the King Malashin.
So the next time I'm on, we can explore my television career. How about that?
I had
Great,
no
I like
idea,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Richard.
I had many appearances on a show called Nikki.
Punishment on
That had
When you said Nikki at
Cox.
first, okay, when you said Nikki at first, I thought you were going to say Nickelodeon, and it was going to be a horror story like from that documentary that I watched.
No, it's Nikki Cox, who you mentioned.
Yeah,
Was
I remember it. Yeah, I remember
After.
Oh, here we go.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Let's see the bloodshed.
This is the story of this match. What Kevin Sullivan and his people do to this to Steve Armstrong. He's like, stars and bars, huh? Stars and bars.
They've got more
Buddy, you
I
got the Nazi on
support.
your team. You can't. Yeah.
Who knew we'd be on Kevin Sullivan's side in this?
Of course.
Yeah.
hurting badly. Armstrong trying to get his senses together.
But yes, Kevin, later
Yes,
on,
sir.
tell us more. I want to know all about what
Oh
show
no,
you're on.
that might be a whole like TV show. 'Cause there might be a whole episode about that. 'Cause
Cool.
I got a bunch of clips.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can do
that
that.
sounds
Dude,
great.
You know what? We could do whatever we want. We
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
gotten to our level, but Patreon,
It'll never
you know
be
what?
monetized.
Hey, you know what? All that stuff probably is copyrighted. So you know what? That's Patreon material.
Yeah.
man.
I mean, there is footage of me on television on YouTube
The hustler Rip Rogers.
Okay.
with at least two
News reports.
two WWE Hall of Famers. How about that?
Catches the hustler Rip
So news
Rogers.
reports.
Royally Welch.
I'm not talking Joey Ryan or whatever we were talking about earlier.
Good atomic.
So two legitimate
Yeah.
World Wrestling
So
Entertainment Hall of Fame.
definitely Tammy Sitch.
No, no.
Man, jeepers creepers.
Oh, look at that. Look at that bloody. You know what? But
Got another one outside.
Yeah.
that much blood on the Confederate
But
flag.
is that
kinda
out
makes
of the
me fucking-
first ring, though?
Oh.
Those guys?
I don't.
And he's
know
saying
what the
that
fuck
doesn't count.
conflict is going on.
Look at that. Is that ref say you're
Johnny
gone? Like,
Sorrow.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Okay.
Kevin Sullivan moving
Joe
in.
Piscopo.
What
Joe
the? That
Piscopo.
guy threw himself up.
Is outside and
Joe Piscopo as Frank Sinatra as the referee. No, that's Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
again.
Damn, there's some bloodshed here.
That's
What
what
happened
this
on
is.
this television show?
That's
Messed
the whole
up.
point of this.
Sullivan.
This whole match is ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. The story of this and why I put this on is the bloodletting of
Kevin Sullivan is just letting loose, obviously,
Yeah.
by his booking.
that's
He's
that's
obviously
the-
booking this.
this might be in Way of the Blade, just
Really?
this part. Yeah, I seem to remember that.
And
Okay.
Steve Armstrong. Trying
If
to-
not, it should be because Steve Armstrong is.
Armstrong has
he's
been,
a
See, here we go.
cool.
Hey, okay, all that bullshit is over. Now it's now is these two middle-aged fathers painted up like headhunters from a Gilligan's Island episode
Right.
as they help Kevin Sullivan bloody this young man
Gilligan and the skipper too.
and
Not in Way of
Steve
the Blade.
Armstrong too. Sullivan and his wives.
Oh, there you go.
Chris Benoit and the rest.
The New Guinea
headhunters. You would
headhunters.
think they would have included Benoit in the rest. That probably would have been.
Excuse me, Ed Marianne.
A much like all of us, Sherwood Schwartz couldn't have known.
You can win with pinfalls too. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, apparently that is a thing.
And now it looks like the other guy's waiting for a tag. Nothing makes any sense. Wow, my God! Now it is a tag match.
Kevin Sullivan is oh yeah. At the end of it. Like, listen to this ridiculous thing. Now I remember. At the end of this, the last four have to the last two people in one ring have to face the last two people in the other ring in a tag team match.
What?
So it gets to this point where Kevin Sullivan is Armstrong's tag team partner against his boys, the Headhunters, and it's a 3-on-1 ultimate underdog shit, which is a neat idea to get to this point, but the way they chose to get to this point is
so convoluted. Yeah.
You know, you could say that this doesn't make any sense, but you could also say, I've never seen it before.
Yeah,
that's true. This is the first one of these matches I've seen before, and you know what? I could see a second one. I've seen less gimmicks, you know. I guess
it's true. It's true.
Is a really interesting thing.
Is there more than one of these?
There's more than one types of this, but none. But I don't know if there's. I don't know if there's one like this.
The lost gimmicks of the lost territory.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be on Vice. It's gonna be a new show on Vice that I'll definitely watch. Okay. Now that I have Vice on the thing I use, it mainly just uses to watch Dark Side and other wrestling shit. But there's other sports stuff, and there's one called The Grudges. I was like, oh, it's about like rivalries and shit. But all the talking heads generally are your typical sports assholes, like who are very loud. But there's one that just aired about Detroit versus Colorado. That I'm like, okay, I gotta tape that one.
The hockey?
What?
The hockey one, yeah, I gotta tape that one.
Come on, Detroit versus Colorado does not make any sense. That's sake. Okay. All right.
It's sake. Yes, it's all about Japanese alcohol.
Yes.
Which apparently you've had is in that beer.
That 8.8 is knocking you on your ass.
Yeah. That's the whole point, sir.
Oh, I know. That's the show. Dude, Kevin, the reason why you're basically the fourth member of the Beatles here, you're our Ringo. Always there when we need you, on time.
Yeah.
Is because you understand. So the point of this is to drink beer and watch wrestling, right?
Of course.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
I've been on television. I know how to do the role I've been asked to do.
I've been on television.
Right. Nikki favorite. That's how we're going to introduce you from now on.
Do you want a clip? I can send you a clip right now if you want.
Yeah, let's put it in. Let's put it in the Patreon.
We'll put it in the Patreon.
Why not?
Look at this. Look at this mess.
Look at that mess.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the teaser. Do you want to see me with Kevin Nash?
So he pulled off the pinfall. Those are good looking.
Those red Nikes, man. Look at those. They were white until he stepped in the puddle of blood.
There's two Hall of Famers I can show you.
Okay, you know what, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Dealer's choice. You pick.
Oh, okay.
Another day, no question about it. And
I've never seen heat like this in a battle royale.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if I'm sure somebody's bled in a rumble, but I can't even think of somebody doing like a coast to coast like bloody like this.
Lanny Poffo in that battle royal on Saturday night's main event when Andre headbutts him.
Oh, okay.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Which was on NBC.
Yeah, on network TV, I was like, blew my mind. Like, whoa, that's nuts. I mean, I recorded it on VHS and then watched it in the morning because I couldn't stay up that late as a kid.
I mean, I'm all for the experimentation. the idea here. I just think there's a way they could have streamlined it.
It was
significantly.
so fucking convoluted and stupid. But you know what? I'm a vampire when it comes to wrestling or classic wrestling. So I'm like, however you got to get there. I want to see that much blood.
Right.
The Tennessee Stud is Ron Fuller under a mask. And it's great because my favorite thing about wrestling is guys who you know it is under a mask, but it's usually baby faces. The Tennessee Stud, Ron Fuller, if he's wearing tights, you know who it is.
Next to him.
But no, you know who it is. If it's Ron Fuller, his dick is the size of a
yeah.
At Lavender Coliseum.
And there he is. That's
massive,
the Tennessee
yeah.
Stud. Look at that. Look, you can see his cock from here.
Yeah.
Stud in the return of Robert Fuller.
That guy's like a foot taller than
Yeah.
the other guy.
Look at
It's like one of the giants.
They're
Indiana
reporting
Jones game I just finished. Moose.
Great Tennessee Stud. We tried to kill Flash Gordon, but he got out of our hands.
Don't eat too much turkey, boys. I'm not going to eat too much turkey Thanksgiving Day because the next
What up,
night,
Jay? You know what I'm talking about. I did finally. Well, he becomes a friend at the end, one of the giants. Oh, dude. Indiana Jones in the Great Circle is so good. The finish is rad. It's the best Indiana Jones movie that wasn't an Indiana Jones movie. It's a video game. Really good. I'm glad I finished it.
I still, dude, that Atari Raiders of the Lost Ark game is one of the great games. It was so hard. It was so fucking hard to figure out.
Yeah.
It was like Atari's like, hey, let's give teenagers a game that we're not going to tell them how to fucking do it. And you have to, like, with Atari graphics, figure out a mystery.
That promo at the end was interesting.
Yeah.
Took an interesting turn.
Hold on, here we go. He's gonna explain himself.
Got my wife's bathroom.
Okay, so
towel.
tall headhunter looks like a wrestler.
I couldn't believe it.
Short headhunter.
I know. It looks like the sweetest guy ever. Oh man, I feel bad for him. He doesn't want to be there.
Hey, you told me Kevin Sullivan's
That was
tall
crazy.
next
You
to
guys
somebody
didn't tell me
else.
that guy was gonna bleed so much. That was really traumatizing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's why this guy had no other career. What did I just get myself into?
Exactly. This is my first and last day at CCW. He's in tears. Like,
Like you said, Mr. Sully, I'll do what you said.
that orange towel.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, also they won a check for so much money for technically winning that match.
$100,000 man.
And he just ripped up Steve Armstrong's share of the money as well.
The odds were against me.
So it was not just as complicated as we knew. There was also a cash prize contingent.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. What a mess.
This was okay. You know what? I used to have I had a cocaine problem, not something that like cost me a job, but doing a little too much. That was cocaine idea booking.
Right.
And then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. But
right.
Money, man, money. It's got to be. Why would all this? None of this makes sense, man. None of this makes any sense. Why would they do this? Money, dude. Money. Everyone. Okay.
In case an accident would happen during the week, which I hope doesn't, because anyone that want to take away my hard-earned money, that's blood money, Mr. Sully. You're trying to take away.
Okay, see.
Next week, I get a proposal, Mr. Sully, to take the whole $100,000. Will you be here?
It's always Mr. Sully was here. Okay, now the money's up for next week. The whole $100,000.
Sully is saying so long.
So long forever.
And our good friend at Classic Wrestling Stuff has put up a bunch of these, so we're gonna be. We'll be checking in. Yeah.
Welch.
Oh, the Welches are there.
I saw Cherry Welch. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the wife.
But we're gonna be
That's cool.
dipping back in and out of Continental because I kind of love it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That was such a fun trip. I'd not seen any Alabama or Tennessee that wasn't Memphis.
Right. Well, I've only seen clips. I've never watched an entire show. Okay, so let's turn this up before we get to our main event.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter's gonna. Here's who's appearing.
Ah, look at that old jalopy.
Oh, that's from the Wacky Races. I kind of like this one. It's a hillbilly. That's the hillbilly gym of tractor pulls.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get to work on time.
Okay, Crime in Sports has been doing a 10-part version on Evil Knievel. What a piece of shit.
What? Oh yeah.
Okay, Sergeant Slaughter's rocking out with a Budweiser guitar.
And the Budweiser gals.
Yeah, which he's really playing, by the way. That is him playing. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, he's not really. Okay, look, we all know.
Gade.
We all know that he, doesn't like to talk about the fact he was never actually in the military. But the thing is, he actually can play that guitar. Right?
I can only play the Budweiser guitar. Don't give me
it's
a
only the
regular
Budweiser one. It's only the Budweiser.
Exactly.
At this point in time, when you're signed to the WWF, you're like, you're not,
Oh,
they're getting taught how to wrestle now. Instead, Vince was like, okay, you got to learn an instrument. Macho Man, you're on saxophone. Get ready.
That's right.
I'm pretty okay. Oh, hello, Valerie Bertinelli. Hello.
Turn on the hoses, Megan.
But this isn't. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, this. Oh.
Watch me shred, Megan.
Love to see one of those videos where somebody plays what he's actually playing right now.
You know who?
I'm trying to remember what year. This is definitely not when he was in WWF. And it's an ad for a monster truck show. This is amazing.
I'm Mel Brooks.
Hi, what do you think? Oh, Wolfman.
Copenhagen. They're having a time of their life.
This did not.
So when is this?
Yeah.
Like seriously, we should know you guys.
Is it on the description? Oh, dude. Oh, what I wouldn't give.
Yeah.
Not the bras.
Oh wait,
hey.
he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
that
the
guy's
Budweiser boss. Yeah, that's what they call me, Travis.
Dude, if we can find footage of this show.
I don't think anyone brought cameras to the show.
Jerry Seinfeld.
There's so many 17-year-olds here.
Hilarious. It was literally a 17-year-old up to this.
What's the deal with 17-year-olds coming to see me do a comedy show?
All right. Yes, and I appreciate you fitting this in without me even having to ask this time around.
Dude, you know what? If you don't know this, I subscribe on YouTube so I get the stuff with the actual music.
Awesome.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Wild Eyes. I'm now a paying customer, so you're gonna have to listen to my shit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this was the Coco Harriet Invitational.
One of the best shows in Vancouver every year. I love the Coco Harriet.
Marta brought out Bambi and Liza Hall and Nicole Matthews to acknowledge the incredible women
married.
But just as Marta tried to bury the hatchet with Bambi, Kyle Fines crashed the party with Taryn from accounting in tow, mocking the sentimentality.
This footage looks gorgeous. The Van Loan primary camera. Saw him yesterday at our equally awesome tech guy Lane Small's birthday.
Well, that's just the thing, man. I've said it before. I've watched and still do tons of indie wrestling. As far as camera work and the look of, especially in the boombox, you're at a different level than most. Okay, then, dude, I watch MLW. It looks better than MLW by far. It's why it's when you're not in the boombox and it's this ambiance. Every time it takes me out of it. When you're like when you did the wedding thing, I was like, oh, this is a big hall like I've been in for wrestling. But the way you got the lights off and it says it's like Brady called it the immersive experience thing. Yeah. You can't
almost a perfect studio setting.
Yeah, it's the perfect studio wrestling, basically.
The visiting Del Rey.
Big win, Nicole. He's in in Vegas right now. Hey, there's Sam.
at the Commodore Ballroom in July.
Yeah, Nicole's in the middle of all her at the busy week. Busy week.
Day 2, probably 10 matches deep.
Yeah.
Match 5.
I saw her take. I saw her take a belly to back suplex that looked fucking rough.
Nasty. And Liza said she'd get her a heating pad. I saw.
Was a technical clinic with bursts of raw intensity, and it was Liza's pinpoint precision that ultimately earned her the win. Match 6 brought us to the highly anticipated mystery opponent showdown. Taryn from Accounting came out cocky, but that confidence crumbled when the future Duchess stepped through the curtain to represent Team Boom.
Oh, you call her future Duchess?
Yeah.
Both competitors gave everything they had, neither willing to give an inch.
I mean, would she call herself future Duchess? She's the Duchess.
On the line, it came down to the main
Stay
event.
tuned.
Amira versus Zara Zachary. Both competitors had something to prove and brought.
This was rad. This is awesome.
The Boomverse erupted as Amira overcame the odds
and
this sealed the
post-match was so great.
Then a bittersweet moment. Amira
is she gonna get juice against Mad Dog?
Oh no, it already happened.
Yeah,
it already happened.
To see the footage of that match, it's gonna be that dust card is. I'm more excited for that than I'm excited for WrestleMania, to be honest.
What a night!
Because I was at the Dean show last year, like I love to mention every time, and that Demos Mad Dog match was like one of the best matches I've ever seen live. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers are beating each other in the face with chains and it's being bloody. All right. I had, speaking of being beaten bloody, I had planned on doing Samoa Joe versus Jay Briscoe in the cage, the bloodiest thing I'd ever seen at my first Ring of Honor show.
What is this?
This just popped up in one of the early 80s. This is our main event, Kuwaiti shows. They go out there to a crowd of maybe 300 people.
Mm-hmm.
These are
Rowdy
80s
Roddy
Kuwaiti?
Piper. Yeah, Kuwait. Yeah, and
Yeah,
like,
these are 80 Kuwaitis in the 80s.
Whoa, is this Roddy's baby face?
No, because him and
Steve
Cowboy Bob
Offee?
Orton are fighting Stevie Offee and King Tonga in front of 300 dudes. And check this shit out when they decide, when they see that there's this much of a crowd. Let's just say it brings out the Puerto Rico style wrestling in these guys on this tour.
But I would think, like, you see this size crowd, like, we're not doing anything.
Yep. This just I saw this popped up in my feed like 3 days ago. I'd already, because you know what? Sometimes you got to change your main event when something that is more perfect for this show comes along. Because this is, I haven't watched it, but I know I read what happens.
It's crazy. Fascinating. Were there other shows in Kuwait? Is that what you were referencing there, Terry?
No, I was just being silly because I just I couldn't help but comment that that these are Kuwaitis, people from Kuwaiti, and it's the 80s.
Yes. Of course.
No, but honestly, like
it sounded
really
like.
surprising.
Go ahead.
Is it really? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just really surprising to me because obviously I remember the Vader Kuwaiti trip, the very ill-fated 97 one.
Yeah.
So it tells me that there's probably been shows out there for like 17 years we just don't have like any information on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Kuwaiti commentary team. It's the Kuwaiti Lord Alfred Hayes. Just thinking, like, how long we got to go here, man?
Oh, weird. I know exactly. Like, no one wants to do anything.
No,
And then some people have the mentality of like I think Eddie Guerrero said this, where it's like, if the house is really, really light, then I'll bust my ass even harder just to make sure people tell people to come back.
Yeah.
But it's also like, man, they're already working harder than most people I know would for this.
Outstanding.
That definitely was taboo out.
Here's how we make it interesting.
Like that. Yeah. Oh my God. Like,
it's great.
I'm like, really? You guys are gonna do that? I'm like, okay. Didn't think you would, but okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Strong dude. That was 3-4 chairs all chained
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
Like, I think this be my main
Punch the
event.
ref.
Like, Siva Afi? Who cares?
Incredible.
Like, all right.
Yeah, no, this is a worthy main
Right.
event now, man. Fuck
But
Holy
we are in
shit.
Puerto Rico, not
Yeah.
Italy. No.
Right.
I feel like if you're working what approximates a
the
baseball
sprinklers on.
field.
Look out for the sprinklers.
Look out. Cuidado, cuidado, cuidado.
On to the. This he's gonna get grass hits. Is it false count anywhere?
It is now.
Yeah.
Now it is. Yeah.
Dude,
I
this
feel
is
like
rad.
if you're working this, you say to the other guys, like, okay, let's work for like 10 minutes before we go to the sprinkler, because that way it's really going to pay off and cool us off when we get there.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's probably humid as fuck. He goes, what am I supposed to do here? Right this way. We're cops in Kuwait.
Yeah, more of
How
an
did we
extra-
get on this plane?
Okay, these were the early tours, the one where Jimmy Snuka got arrested.
What? Oh,
He might have been. He might have been sent home.
arrested?
He might know. I'm sorry. He might have been sent home, and that's why they said Siviafi. And these 300 guys were just like, "Oh, it's super fun. Oh, it's Siviafi.
It's not.
Just like
Yes,
it's like
same.
when the
Look at
Saudi
this. Look at this
Saudi
shit.
prince wanted Yokozuna.
Look at
Oh.
this.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This is rad.
Smacking each other with them. I mean, Piper's determined to make as much firewood as he possibly can with these chairs.
These chairs.
It's like
Stole them
it's
from
like
the
they
elementary school.
It's like they broke up a wedding.
Yes.
Yeah, they stormed in on 4 banquet halls and they took all the different chairs.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh my god!
Okay, Travis knows the story, but I don't know if you guys do. My good buddy and friend of the show, who's going to be on next month, Diamond Joe Danza, when we were teenagers at the mall in our small town one Saturday, but that had a lot of stores, so people came from New York and out of town to shop at the outlet malls and stuff. Yeah. And we were in our mall having pizza at one of our great pizza places, and we look over, and I'm like, dude, is that Siviafi? And we look over, and it's fucking Siviafi having pizza with his girlfriend. And we're kind of just like, number one, we were like, look at the size.
Wow, look at that right there.
We're like, look at the size of this motherfucker. And we thought for a second, like, well, maybe we could go over and just even say, hey, we're not going to ask for autographs. That'd be nerds. But we could say, hey. And we looked at him, and the way he was talking to his girlfriend, and we were just like, we're not even going near that motherfucker. He looks like he's about to murder her.
Hey guys, trying to follow in the steps of his.
That adds up. It adds up.
Yeah.
And the funniest and the best thing about
having a problem? That's what you should have said.
Yeah, the best thing about it was that, and we'll talk about to Danzo about it when he's on the show next. But one of the guys who worked there looked exactly like Tony Gurria, like down to the tattoo. It was like Tony Gurria's twin.
Where's the ref on that one, man? These local guys.
That's fine. It's wrestling.
Sorry.
So if this is one, like, maybe it's not the first one, but it still has to be like
that ref. That
look
guy
at
in
this
the
guy.
crowd is way into it. Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
So these are hardcore Kuwaiti fans. These like the 300 people who like wrestling in Kuwait in 1980. Is this 85 or 86?
Kuwait. Yeah.
Kuwait, I mean.
I don't know. I didn't see. Looks like there's a separate. Oh, that's where Roddy is now.
Oh, now something's going. Those guys are clapping for the people who are putting the stairs back in order. I mean, the chairs back in order.
Yes, yes. Zip tying them back to.
No, here we go.
There's a major ruckus over there. Yeah. There's Roddy. Like, yeah, nowhere. Like, wait, what? Where was he the last 5 minutes?
That ref has been threatened more than once by that guy. Hey man,
and it's the wildest thing about this because when it first popped up, I was like, well, this can't be long. And I'm like, it's 21 minutes long. I'm
I
like,
know it's crazy.
I want to see the rest of this card. I want like what else was on this. Oh, that's wild. There's probably a full show of this somewhere.
Imagine this is the opener.
Yes, or this is no, this is the only. No, this was the only match. It's all
I can see either of those possibilities.
It's like PWG. Each one of those seats is $175 a piece.
Well, if this is anything like the Saudi shows, like 300 people there make up the whole GDP of Kuwait.
Right. Oh, look at that selling that atomic drop from Orton. Crazy. This is rad. Everyone's like work boots, man.
Yeah, I'm like, why are they working so hard? And
I know. That's what's like.
Because they're talking to each other and they're like, all right, let's go out there and fucking have fun and and do crazy shit that Vince, who gives a fuck? And we're gonna do this because he ain't there, and battle out in the crowd and do all that fucking shit, and then let's go out there and fucking do it, have a great match. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I've seen a handful of CVAV matches. This might be the best CVAV.
Maybe you might be right. You might be right.
I mean, it's low praise, but I'm like, he's actually trying.
Well, you know what? I mean, I've seen the one versus Ric Flair. I've seen the one versus Ric Flair from Polynesian Pro that aired on the Stock Ticker channel. Probably 17
Holy shit,
times.
Jesus!
Oh,
so many chairs. That one got shattered.
It's just, there's
right about the firewood there. Okay, here's your replacement, sir.
Yeah, needs to be invested.
Trying to run and sell you at the same
Does
time.
Yeah, does he? I thought he had a piece of the chair with him still. Siva Api Mania is running through Kuwait, baby.
Finisher meter up.
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, without me actually trying, we have just time traveled to. We have time traveled to nothing but 1985 today. All three shows are 86, 85.
85. I like it.
Definitely means, but yeah.
85, I think the greatest year of wrestling, because that's the year because that's the year I became hardcore into wrestling.
You got your attachment.
Were you not watching wrestling 83, 84?
I was. 83 is what did that. Honestly, I think the first thing that actually grabbed me and what made me a wrestling fan was I just clicked by and saw Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson beat the Samoans for the title.
I definitely saw it.
Right. So I was 13 years old, right? I was like, oh shit, what's this? Then I slowly started watching, and then I became a fan, WWF fan. I was super into watching WOR on Saturday evenings. It was like Cyndi Lauper, all of it. But it was 85 when then. It was actually 84, 85. It was when I suddenly, what other wrestling is there? I started flipping around channels of UHF. And then one day I discovered the AWA, Pro Wrestling USA, and Crockett. And Crockett became my new favorite. And I started reading the magazines right around the same time.
Yeah. So what was the first live show you saw?
Well, WrestleMania 1 was closed circuit.
Same.
At the Spectrum.
I saw that too, yeah. That was your first actual live show, was closed circuit?
Yeah, WrestleMania 1 closed circuit was my first live show.
Wow.
Okay. It was one of the and it was at the Spectrum, which was like half full, almost full. It was raucous.
Yeah, same.
Giant
I was at the LA Sports Arena for the same thing. It was weird because the early show, it was like what? Like 4
It started at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
At our East Coast time.
Yeah, it's early. So it'd be 10 in LA.
So you guys saw it in the morning.
Yep, it was early. Yep, I was there for that. Yeah.
I can't remember if my first show was a Crockett show or a Pro Wrestling USA show.
I really wish I had that chance.
Oh,
let's go.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Right back out to the grass with you. I got another chair here for you, Roddy. That guy set that up.
Yeah, it's like.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. They were like, "Oh, great, okay, let's go in the ring. We'll do a lot of wrestling and make it look really good. Let's go in. Let's make CVFE look great. Now let's get no. Well, that can only last for 5 minutes. Let's go back outside.
He'll be huge in Kuwait.
Playing bad. Damn.
Well, Vince told me that don't put CVFE over in Kuwait, and I thought the kid should do it. I'm from Scotland.
300 Kuwaitis can't be wrong. Imagine the album cover.
Oh, look at this
the
table.
album cover.
He's got him trapped. Yeah. It's all just gold. It's him in gold kilts. Just gold kilts.
Gold kilts. 300.
What? He's juicy. He was supposed to juice.
But it's CVFE wearing the kilts. See,
Yeah,
he's the,
of course. The golden kilt.
Oh, is CVFE juicing? Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
I think the camera's right on him there. Yeah, he did a double shot right there.
And
boy. Here we go.
Crazy.
Somehow this match is still going after
I'm surprised they were allowed to do this in Kuwait for some reason.
I don't.
Yeah, no
Polite applause.
Main event in any arena in this country.
Okay, no, that is the Kuwaiti version of Philadelphia fans going nuts when we see blood. For them, it's to stand and go, "Oh,
yeah,
blood!"
It's like
love it.
It's like Rory McIlroy sinking that last putt.
Man,
Well, it's especially effective for them because most of them are wearing all white, and you can't imagine what you do to your wardrobe.
Yeah. It's either that or a spaghetti dinner.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, here we go.
If I was in
so
Kuwait,
Roddy
I would
Piper.
not be happy
So now Roddy Piper is risking an international incident.
Yeah. Jeepers creepers.
So I mean, we saw what happened to Vader. You were saying maybe something with Jimmy Snuka. Like, I wouldn't test it, brother.
Huh. Crowd's into it.
Oh yeah, there's 300 people who they've got like
in the palm of their hands right now. They were just out in the field, for goodness sake.
Oh, they started in the field, back in the ring, out in the field. Isidub.
It's crazy. Yeah, this is the very definition of a hidden gem.
Mm-hmm. No, seriously, who even I didn't, other than the WWE WWF shows in the late '90s, had no idea that anybody ran shows out here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Imagine the few poors who have to go sit up in the bleachers when there's plenty of seats down here. See, there you go. Baby faces who cheat occasionally is just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of referee and stuff,
Bob Orton.
Okay, I got into a discussion with this about like what's good and bad refereeing because as everyone, as Travis knows, I mean, I am super fucking anal about refereeing shit and inconsistencies. And I forgot what it was going to be about, so let's just get back to enjoying this match.
I know. I can't believe that's still going. Like, this is still going.
What's the human centipede there?
Two heavy juices. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what? Never expect this on my.
Now see, you pop for those red Nikes. There was Adidas on this referee.
Oh.
More my speed.
White shoes. Huge in Kuwait.
As opposed to red shoes.
Is that okay? That's clearly not something like okay. Okay. The Athletic Commission of Kuwait insisted on their own referee. Who is this? Is that Danny Davis? Who is this guy?
Might be.
I mean, his shirt does not fit.
Yeah.
It's three sizes too large. Absolutely.
That's why I think it's somebody from there.
Oh,
My
it's
dad
like,
couldn't referee, so I stepped in for him. Like,
oh, it's like,
where-
oh, it's the Prince or something. He's
the guy
that's no,
who paid for the show.
that's
money
the money
mark.
mark. That's the
Yeah.
money mark.
Looks like Eric Roberts.
Match is kind of a
Yeah.
false count sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
tornado.
Yeah.
I love that everything. That's not like the WWF logo on the goddamn apron. It's all in Arabic.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. What? Yeah. They have to be doing some kind of other events to afford the ring, right? Like you're not doing your one fly-in show a year with this ring.
Oh,
Come
they're
on.
gonna stone 3 women in that ring
All
right after this
right.
show.
Okay. God damn it.
What?
They're gonna do.
Get out of here.
I don't know
all
what the '80s equivalent of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul would be, but maybe it's also
Right.
doubles as the boxing
word
ring.
fight? A word fight? No, we need real fights here. Come on. I can't believe this is like Puerto Rico style like nonsense.
Oh, look at
I
the
know
chaos.
that's what grabbed me. They're like,
And there was like, look at that. Did that ambulance
Sometimes
just pull
see
up?
people walk everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah, look at this.
Beat truck. Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my
Holy
God.
shit. Okay, whatever
Chaos.
the headline that clicked me to get this was basically said Burn Orton and King Haku or King Tonga and Siviafi bring Puerto Rico to Kuwait. That was
Crazy.
There it
That's
is.
exactly.
All right, let's turn this
Amazing.
up a little bit as we
Sure.
wrap up this show.
Oh,
One of the great songs of television history. So, Kevin, thank you as always. You are the 4th member of this team. Terry,
The
thanks
Wild
once
Zeros.
again.
Such a pleasure to be here.
And do we have any teasers for what's coming up on Patreon? By the way, $5 a month. Get the Patreon. We've got a huge back catalog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've got a match from both of our guests tonight involving both
Oh,
of
you
our
want to
guests.
see that?
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more.
Okay. Sounds good.
well, let me tell you guys.
My dick's coming out on Patreon.
Right.
That's a teaser.
Hedgepeth shows hog. Stay tuned.